Alright, welcome back
I don't have my character sheet. Sorry.
to the Order of Silver Arrows. Why must there be an interruption?
Sorry.
Every
Sorry.
time when I'm trying to do the introduction.
Sorry.
Take two. Marker.
Everyone introduce yourselves.
Hi, I am Jordan, and I will be playing Zafrab.
I am Tyler, and I'll be playing Karina.
I'm Jonathan. I'm gonna be playing Orangadir.
I am Margaret/Meg. I don't know why I said Margaret. You don't know me as Margaret. I am Meg. And I will be playing Torvi.
And I'm your Dungeon Master, Eric Scott.
Yay!
Yet again, not joined by Tyler, who plays your new Paladin, Zoran. They are busy, but they will rejoin us eventually.
Yes.
Last we left off, does anyone want to do the recap?
Peepers got stolen.
Yeah,
Peepers.
We defeated the Prince of Trolls, and then we dicked around in Emberhold because somebody went to a brothel.
I'm sorry that I wanted to do something.
I'm sorry. I have feelings. And I need human contact.
I'm just saying that's the reason we dicked around in Emberhold.
Oh, it wasn't that somebody wanted to buy an instrument?
I did that because we were still in Emberhold. Like, I wouldn't have done that if we weren't still in Emberhold. Like,
Brothels,
we had time.
We
instruments,
killed all
it's
the
about
trolls
the same
except for
thing.
Blake, who escaped.
Yeah.
Blake did escape.
You'll
Blake
hear
did
of me
escape,
again. I'll see you in court. Yes, and then while they were sleeping in the room of Orangadir and Zafrab,
Yeah.
they heard a noise, and a shadowy figure ran out the room with Peepers,
What did they?
Zafrab's gazer familiar.
Yes.
Orangadir, you dashed out the door after him,
I did.
but you do not wear your weapons and armor and gauntlets to sleep, I imagine.
I don't need them.
And you don't need them. And so now we are beginning the chase scene that erupts in Emberhold with the two boys.
Is Zafram awake?
I'm gonna call out.
You're awakened by that, yeah.
yes.
I'm gonna call out, and I'm gonna say to you, secure my stuff.
What? Peepers?
Jordan is so conflicted.
What do you mean secure your stuff?
Hide it away or something.
I'm not there. I'm not there.
Yes, you are not. What a surprise!
Quelle surprise.
So what do you do? What are you doing, Orangadir?
Yeah, I'm gonna dash and can I get up to him?
No. So we're using slightly alternate rules to make it more exciting than just normal
Dash and grab.
action. Yeah.
Okay.
And also I don't know what focus speed is. Let me check. Just to make sure.
I swear, if this is Ricky.
So it's a him. You said his.
Oh
Oh God.
Maybe it's Blake.
Maybe it is Blake.
yeah. Alright. So yeah, you're running, you're catching up, and this guy is dressed. This looks to be like a human-shaped figure, pretty much mostly in black.
Yeah.
And they are. You can't see their face because their back is to you, but they're running, and you're running ahead. You're catching up to them. You're a very fast guy. But where the fuck is the table? We were playing with all the tables before.
We were, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Is it in Xanathars or is it in the DMG?
Oh, it's in here.
Okay.
Zafra, what would you like to do? It's not here.
Well, I mean, I would like to cast Hold Person on them.
Alright, you... Damn it. What is the range on Hold Person?
It is 60 feet.
Okay, in the time it takes for you to get up out of bed and go to that guy, he is just out of range.
Okay, then.
Because you guys both had to use half your movement to get up out of bed.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, well.
So then I guess
And by that point, he's booking it. So what do you want to do? He's a little bit too far away.
So I used my movement. How close am I to him?
He's still like using your action. He would be 20 feet ahead of you.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on him.
Okay, yeah, he will make a dex save.
Just try.
And that is actually very helpful because I was going to get to that. The halls here in Emberhold, where there are dwarves living here primarily, not the brightest places, but he does manage to get a 16 on the dice.
254, Eric.
Huh?
Yeah.
253, 254.
Thank you.
Yeah, he dodges that.
So you shoot this what color was it?
I think it was blue. If I remember
It was
correctly.
blue. You can make whatever color you want.
It was
every time.
lightning move.
Yeah. So okay. So how this works?
Yeah.
You can dash up to 3 times plus your con modifier for this fight.
Dash up to 3 times. Okay.
Yeah, and then every time after that, you have to make a con saving throw or take a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
So basically, a running, you're fine.
Yeah. So I used my movement and my
this
action. Right.
All right. Yeah.
And that's it for me then.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, after going as far as I can with my movement, I'm gonna use Misty Step to go an extra 30 feet.
Yep.
And where is he within me now?
He is about 50 feet away.
50 feet?
I'll say. I think that's how the map pans out on that.
Alright. Then I'm gonna use my action to dash to go another 25 feet.
Yep. All right. Yeah. You caught up to Rungandir. You pass him a little bit. You're both running. Chase scene happening, and Emberhold is a city, so you guys come into a wider corridor of the city where there's more stuff happening.
Yeah.
My cabbages!
Are we hearing any of
No.
this? Okay.
And at that moment, you see this kidnapper go running, and then 2 dwarves come out of a building holding a window between them,
No.
and they see you guys running towards them like
The worst timing.
What do you do?
You
You could slide under it, or you could. They're in your way now. They're
I'm just gonna
directly
power through it.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Jesus.
I'll slide under it.
Yeah, that's a natural 18 plus my athletics. Yeah, so that's going to be a 27.
I'm gonna try and slide under it.
It's gonna be broken. It depends. what you
He's
want
gonna
to do.
slide under it as it
Okay.
explodes.
Okay, you can
Just
make an
like-
acrobatics check.
That's gonna be a 17.
Yeah, that'll do it. So, Zaprab and Arungandir. Zaprab slides under this piece of glass just as Arungan and avoids all the shattering glass as Arungandir just plows through this window. Like, oh, come on, man!
Sorry.
You keep running after this kidnapper, not even breaking stride. And then he ducks into a crowded marketplace
'Cause of course
kind
he
of
does.
area. Because dwarves, they have weird hours because they don't see the sun. So a lot of people are still awake even though it's the middle of the night to you guys. So you can make an athletics or acrobatics check to make your way through the crowd.
I'm gonna make
undefeated.
an athletics check.
I will
Okay.
do an acrobatics check. 19. That's gonna be a 7 for me.
Soft 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arungandir pushes his way through all these dwarves, but Zaprab, with your tinier frame, you're trying to get through, and unfortunately this crowd counts as 10 feet of difficult terrain.
Oh,
I'm going to.
excuse me. Would you like to smell
Huh?
this?
Can I
You
dash?
can.
Okay.
You guys are both still running, and you hear...
Puffoom.
Olay for men.
But you guys keep running, and you see him, you're getting closer to him, he's about 40 feet away.
Can I, at this point, try and
I'm
use
gonna dash.
hold person?
You can't hold person.
Okay, I'm gonna hold person. It's a wisdom saving throw.
How
Alright.
far into the night did
DC?
this happen?
DC would be 17.
17.
Ooh.
This is probably like 2 or 3 hours after they went to bed. Yeah, he doesn't make that.
Okay.
So he's
So
just
he
like,
is held.
Alright, and he does get to make another wisdom saving throw at the end of each of his.
All
turns.
right.
So cool.
We can probably at least.
I'm just
Orangadeer, while you're trying to catch up, there is a minecart full of coal and stuff that some dwarves are pulling, and they see you running towards them. "Ah!" What do? Do you want to knock it over, jump over it?
I'm gonna just try and push it over.
You could jump over it. It's not.
You know what? I'll
especially
jump
high.
over.
It's not especially high.
It's a dwarf cart.
You can
you're
make an
right.
athletics check.
Okay, I'll make an athletics check. I'll jump over it.
But I kind of like the idea of your character just running through everything.
Yeah.
It's like a
No.
bull in a china shop.
just like,
I mean, that's kind of accurate. That's 22.
Okay, yeah, you just jump over this dwarf cart like, oh, they all like Free Willy, like.
And someone touches my stomach as I go.
oh my goodness.
But yeah, you arrive at the dude.
Alright, I'm just gonna knock him on his back then.
All right, you don't even have to roll. You just knock him on his back. He's held, so he just falls over.
Alright, I'm gonna pick up Peepers first.
And Peepers is clutched in his frozen hand.
I'm gonna grab his
Like,
hand.
you want to like pry his
I'm
fingers
gonna
off.
pry his fingers
Break his
off of.
fingers.
I'm not doing that. I'm not Tyler.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you have to if his fingers are?
I'll say you
frozen?
could try prying him off,
Okay.
and it's not too much of a deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll pry off his clammy fingers.
Pry off his fingers, just rip them off his
All right,
hand.
he is still held,
Okay, so I'm
but
gonna
he's face down at the moment.
flip him over.
Yeah, you flip him over, and this appears to be a strange-looking human man, wearing all black, some leather gear, like knives tucked into his belt. But the most striking thing about him is that on his forehead is a third eye.
Okay. I'm gonna put my foot on his chest and add a little weight. Add a little pressure.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be like, if you break out, don't move, or I push down and you break ribs.
Hold on a moment. Just gonna see. Old person.
Oh, would you look at that? Creatures that have stolen Peepers have advantage on their saves. Interesting.
Specifically.
Paralyzed. Okay.
That's my
Look,
favorite.
man, Mike Merles is weird. He's a weird guy.
I mean,
He somehow
it's just
knew
he's almost prophetic at
Yeah.
this point.
He's just prophetic.
Yeah.
Okay, incapacitated, blah blah blah, just looking at condition stuff. Okay. Yeah, so he's completely held. And I'll say in that time, Zaphrab, if you want to dash, you can catch up.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hand the bag over to you.
What bag?
Was it just you just grabbed him?
He just held him, yeah.
Oh, it's just I
It's
just
just
hold him out
Peepers.
like a big softball and over here.
Try and
Make him
comfort him.
cry.
I mean, that's
Gonna comfort
amazing. He
Peepers.
grabbed an entire little
hmm
beholderkin.
They're not big.
Yeah.
Peepers is not a big creature.
Still,
Poor
I mean,
Peepers.
he's got teeth.
But yeah, Peepers is happy to be reunited with you.
Comforting
Aw.
him.
Oh, poor Peepers.
Poor Peepers. You'll say that
No.
once he stands over.
You
our
two
grave.
have fallen for his charms.
And at this point,
He's manipulating all this.
dwarves have,
Yeah.
I have
have
a
begun to
feeling.
look on, like, what's going on? And some guards have come up, like, what's happening here?
He's the one who did it, officer.
Yeah.
You say as you're covered in glass shards.
Yeah.
They're all scratched up.
This man stole my familiar.
It's like, oh, so he did he?
Yeah.
Hey. It's like, well, we can't have that. And at that point, this kidnapper does break free of your hold person. And he scrambles up. And I need everyone to make an intelligence saving throw.
Even when my
Sure.
foot was on his
He doesn't get up then in that case.
Oh,
So do we
If
still
he
have to make
does,
the
you still have to make the intelligence saving
I-
throw.
I'm sad with the what I rolled. It was 3 on the die, so that's 12.
Alright.
You're up. I'm not happy with mine
Do
either.
we have to do it?
No,
No,
you're
we're
not
Okay.
there.
Just making sure. Because you said everyone.
Wait,
So-
is it a magical effect?
Yes.
Advantage!
So you're a gnome, you get advantage.
Better. That's 17.
Alright.
It's great for you. 9 for me. I was
Okay,
never
yeah.
thought of as a scholar. Okay, I'm a barbarian.
So Urungander, you take 13 points of psychic damage.
Ow!
Zaphrab, you take halved. That's only 6 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And so yeah, this guy sits up, and you see the third eye kind of quiver, and then his head explodes, and you both take that psychic damage.
Ah, brain matter.
And the dwarven guards are like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, no shit.
Oh my god.
We just stand there for a while, screaming with each other, going,
Ah!
"Ah!"
Ah!
That sounds appropriate.
Exactly like that, yeah. If I was there, I'd do that too. I'm not there.
I'm gonna check his person.
Yeah, you check
I'm gonna
his
che- I'm
body.
gonna
His
check
body
the pulse.
remains. His head doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what does he
yeah.
have on him?
Yeah, let's see.
He has daggers.
I'll
He
grab
has
those.
a set of thieves' tools.
I'll grab those as well. Someone in our troop can use those.
The guards are now like clearing the area. Like, all right, folks, nothing to see here. That man's head just exploded. You're right. Maybe there is something to see here.
World's best.
All right,
guard.
move along. Cordoning off the area. Yeah, and you're checking stuff out. They got thieves' tools. They have daggers. They have what looks like a map of Emberhold.
I'm gonna grab that. A map. Huh. To see if it's marked or anything like that later.
Marked with what?
I don't know, secret messages
I
or a
can-
note.
Thieves' Cant.
Maybe even a sticky note.
It probably has Thieves' Cant on it.
Probably
They have these
does.
tools, they're probably a
Those
rogue.
those thieves tools probably have thieves can on it as well. I'm joking, of course.
Classes?
So a map.
Classist.
Yeah, a map of Emberhold.
How many daggers?
Like 4.
Doesn't this in the fact that they still
But they
Four.
all appear to be mundane.
have these
4
tools?
made of
stupid
steel.
daggers. Okay.
Seem that they're a rogue in the fact that they have 2 daggers.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 daggers.
And then there's
Thieves tools. Yes.
some not a lot else, you know?
Okay.
Some rope
Mm.
Yeah, we
Don't
have
need
enough.
that.
and a bag with some bread,
Tempting.
like his lunch pail or whatever.
Well, you know, I just
I will
ate.
eat his lunch.
Really? You're gonna eat his lunch? The dead
He
man
stole
food?
Peepers!
Oh wow.
I take his bread.
I
Pimento loaf.
milkshake.
Make another con save as you eat the bread.
Okay.
I'm fucking. Oh.
You were gonna do it. Too.
Why did you look sad that you wouldn't have to roll a con save?
You ate bread. You choke
Oh,
on
it
the
doesn't
bread
have
and
arsenic
die.
in it. Oh.
Aw.
Okay, so. All right, so I'm gonna look over to the guard and ask him if they have noted anything suspicious with newcomers or anything like that. Have you seen any suspicious persons around besides us? Any newcomers?
No, you're the most suspicious people who have been here.
I point down at the
offense to
body.
Okay, aside from him, but I didn't see him come in. I haven't had any word of this. Like, look, can we get a statement from you?
Sure.
Alright, and they're going to take your statements.
Yeah.
So yeah, Karina, by the time by the time you awaken from your trance, you probably hear there's a hubbub outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, outside, Zaphrab and Rungadir and Peepers are all, like, outside. They have, like, towels over them.
They're sitting on the curb.
Just imagine
Yeah.
Peepers with a
It's like,
towel.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a tiny towel.
Peepers
Like a
is just
rag.
like a hand towel.
When it looks like a hand towel on me, I guess.
Yeah, I'll go outside. You guys okay?
After we get our hot cocoa, then we can talk. Joking. We're okay. Someone tried to steal Zaphrab's familiar.
Can I do like a history check on that eye thing? Or a con check? Something like that?
No, you've never fucking heard. Like, okay, you can make an Arcana check.
Yeah.
See, like, something about it.
There was definitely an eye
That's
on
going
this
to be
one.
an 18.
That very clearly was not a mutation or a normal human thing. From what you know of humans, they usually have 2 eyes. That had to be, like, surgically or magically implanted.
Okay.
And the dude's psychic blast ability that made his head explode. Something's very off about this, and none of this is normal. Like, so something powerful did something to that thing. That person.
And why were they after Peepers? Wow, we can hear it all the way from the first floor.
I'm
You
kidding.
You don't have to be in the room with that.
I'm
It's
going.
terrifying.
I'm kidding.
It's like a
No,
dragon.
this is a
there.
thing now.
Do not snore.
You do now.
Torby has a deviated septum.
I have a deviated septum.
We all have deviated septums in one way.
We're all
or
deviated in some way.
What did he look like?
Well, he looked like a lot of what humans would look like. Shorter ears, smaller build. He had an eye in the middle of his forehead, and I don't think that's normal. Oh, also, his head exploded.
Was the eye like
You want me to keep
drawn
it
on, or was it like actually an eyeball?
It
was an actual
It
eyeball.
looked
Did
like
it
an
have
eyeball.
an eyelid and eyelashes?
Eyelid, no eyelashes.
Okay.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I've heard anything about
Maybe eyelashes.
criminals, like a criminal syndicate that might have?
Yeah.
Okay.
What were the color of his eyes?
His eyes were the most beautiful blue.
That is.
Fell in love with him immediately.
16.
16? You have not heard anything of this.
Okay.
This isn't in the circles you've traveled with. This is some crazy bullshit. But it doesn't seem like something that should be happening out here.
Right.
This seems like the kind of thing, like crazy, weird criminal shit. Doesn't usually happen out on the frontier.
Yeah.
So this is something very weird.
Where's the body?
Taken away to the morgue, I think.
Care to join me?
Will do.
Break his fingers.
No.
Tell us what you
Very
know.
exciting.
What?
Said this is very exciting.
Oh, I'm sorry. No one deigned to wake you up.
Yeah.
At least
You
you, get
need
your
sleep. You're a
yeah.
human. I've slept and these two were attacked.
I'm full of adrenaline.
So yeah, we're gonna make our way to the morgue.
Okay, yeah, you guys go. You asked around with the guards. The guards take you to the dude's body. I'll say, and now you're in this room. You're in the Emberhold PD station.
In the
Headless
background, we
Looks
see
like-
Dynamite Clans. I'll have your badge.
Got
and your
ahead of
gun."
himself.
Yeah, there's this
Headless
dwarf detective
body.
standing in the room watching over this like
Gilligan.
priest and doctor looking over things, and I'm like, looks like this perp lost his head.
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Mind is a terrible thing to lose.
Oh my. Can you stop? We're here too. This is a serious matter.
Have you been able to find anything out about him?
Not much. We think we discovered how he snuck into the city from tunnels below.
Tunnels.
The tunnels below the city.
Aye,
Where do they lead?
to the Underdark.
Of course they do. Mind,
We keep them
powers,
pretty closed
all
up.
of that.
We knocked out a guard snuck past. Came in when the caravan was coming in.
I hate the Underdark.
It's not a fun place.
No, it's not.
You want a fan of rope, is that big guy?
We'll discuss this at a later time. We're professional.
Does he have any insignia on his armor?
No. It is all blanked black armor.
I'm gonna...
Not dissimilar to Karina's armor.
Traitor!
No, my armor's green now.
Oh, is it?
It's like green and brown, yeah.
Oh yeah, you have Elvish armor now.
Yeah.
Not dissimilar to your old armor.
Yeah.
It's black leather armor. Made
The armor
to,
you saw
made to let
me
you hide in the
Where
dark.
in the Orc War.
Sorry.
Well,
All kinds of thieves and assassins wear that color.
I think it would be good of us to check it out, I think.
Did you guys lock your door?
Check what out.
The caves, to see if there's anything there.
You want to go into the Underdark?
Not
How'd you guys
really,
lock your door?
but somebody tried
I'll
to
go back
steal something
to
from us and we
make
should
sure
know
that
why.
everything's fine there.
Oh no, I meant beforehand.
What? Oh.
Did you lock your door before you went to bed?
Yeah.
Okay, so we picked it.
Well, these are for you. I'm gonna toss over the thieves' tools and a map.
Cool. Thank
See
you.
if you can make something out of this.
The thieves' tools are just regular thieves'
They're
tools.
just
right?
thieves' tools.
I'm gonna take a look at the map.
Alright. You look at the map, and it is a map of Emberhold. And the dwarves are like, y'all can't hold on to that. That is a map of our stronghold.
We'll hand it off.
I'll let you look at it, but that's defensive purposes, security purposes. I have to
Well,
really
then how does
get
he
that.
get it?
I don't know, and that's scary.
I'm gonna do a once over on the map. Is there any like?
It looks like it was drawn by an expert map maker. And there's no language on it, like except for the naming the places.
Mm-hmm.
You can see many locations. You can see like palatial estate, like mines, the soup stop,
Mm-mm.
And there's
the
no
brothel.
There's no extra symbols on there that wouldn't necessarily be on a map.
There is one single symbol in the corner.
Okay. Do I recognize it?
It is a symbol of an eyeball, and you recognize it as belonging to the Xanathar Guild. In Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong?
Did you do anything to piss off a crime syndicate recently?
Not that I can remember.
Can I roll a intelligence check to see what I know about the Xanathar Guild before I start talking?
You know the Xanathar Guild is a crime syndicate in Waterdeep and extending a little bit out of it. You've never been to Waterdeep, so this is
Right.
all kind of secondhand info.
Right.
You know they're powerful, you know
Bless you.
Listen.
they're a bit unorthodox, you know they pretty much hide under the city. They're led by a being called the Xanathar, who no one knows who that is.
There's a crime syndicate based out of Waterdeep. Xanathar Guild, and this is their
Listen.
mark on the map in the corner.
Xanathar Guild. Did you steal something from a crime syndicate?
They shouldn't be, even if he did, they shouldn't be this far. Where is Waterdeep in relation to us?
Pretty damn far.
But, like, which direction? Like, on a compass?
It is on the next continent over.
Oh, okay. Unless you stole something extremely important, they wouldn't travel
on
over
the
it.
coast.
They wouldn't travel a continent and a half to get to it.
That's it.
I think this is something different. I think we should be significantly more careful from now on.
Sounds like a plan.
Did he say anything before his head exploded? Or was that... Did he cause it, or...
It seemed like he was in pain and his head exploded. I don't know if there's any kind of enchantment to make you
That
do
was a
that.
sniper on the grassy knoll.
Well, I'm heading back to my lodgings.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I think I'll go back too. I'll try and get some rest.
So yeah, I'm gonna head up to my place.
All right, yeah, you guys return to your room.
I'm just gonna stay out. Kind of walk the city a little bit.
Okay, you do so. Well, you guys are sleeping. Another one tries to kidnap Peepers.
What?
No, I'm fucking with you. They just keep coming until you deal with it. No, I'm fucking.
They won't even let
They're
me
just
sleep.
coming out of the vents.
They're everywhere.
We will explode.
Yeah,
on
you patrolled the city.
I'm gonna actually go to that, did they tell us the entrance to the
No,
Underdark? Okay.
they told you that there was one,
Okay.
and
We'll
they
deal with that
keep
in the
it. They
morning.
keep it pretty much closed most of the time.
Right.
The kidnapper got in during a period when they were letting people in who were in the Underdark.
Got it. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna... I say... gather up all my stuff.
Yep.
And, I'm gonna go and start asking the guards where that entrance is then.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Is this
Alright.
after we've slept?
What? That's what I'm. Yeah. Is this after you've slept or no?
I guess I take a short rest.
Okay.
I'm finishing my long rest.
Oh, you taking a long rest?
Well, we
We
were
got-
in the middle of taking a long rest.
Yeah.
We were in the middle of sleeping.
Fine, let's finish our long rest then, you know?
All right.
The only
You
one who
all
doesn't-
finish your long rest. You finish your sleep. You only got a few hours of sleep. It's late. You know. It's getting later. So yeah, Torvi, you wake up. Arunganir and Zafrab wake up a little bit later.
Carpe
More
diem.
restless.
Mhm.
Come on, sleepyhead. What's wrong with you?
So,
Is Karina in the room when I wake up?
Nope.
Okay, I get dressed and then I go out and first I knock on you two's door.
I'm right outside the room.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Bad things.
Care to be more specific?
There's a very, very powerful crime syndicate interested in our friend's Gazer. They came in the middle of the night, took him, two of them chased him down, and when I woke up, I saw them outside, and we went and talked to the guards, and apparently he got into the Underdark.
Right. Will you come with me for a minute?
Yeah, of course.
I go into their room if they will let me. I knock on the door.
you knocked on the
I
door.
think we're asleep. Because you had just gotten up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would probably still be asleep.
They had a rough night, darling.
Okay.
And unfortunately, unlike me, they need more rest.
Alright. Then we will give them more rest.
The rest that never ends.
As Arunganir slowly slips into a coma.
I wait until they wake up.
All right.
5
Yeah.
years later.
They rip Van Winkle. They emerge
What
with
years?
beards. What is the year of your lord?
Yeah.
Yeah, they awaken.
Alright, and then I go in, or I knock on the door.
Who's there?
Torvi,
Alright, come on in.
Karina, are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. I enter, and I come in and I'm like, so someone tried to steal Peepers?
Yeah.
We
Thankfully,
got the dirty rat.
I think we managed to get him before he got too far.
Well, his head exploded.
Yeah.
And you talked to people about what was going on?
Yeah.
And you didn't think to wake me?
Well, you were sleeping. And we were kind of a bit preoccupied. I'm sorry that my first thought isn't to wake you every time something bad happens.
Ooh!
I understand why you didn't wake me the moment Peepers was stolen. But afterwards, when you went to question people...
Again, I'm sorry. My familiar was just stolen. It's not like I can have
They didn't
it.
come and wake me up either.
I'm not mad. I'm just worried how we're doing as a team.
How we're doing as a team?
I was already awake, and I didn't want to wake you. Unlike me, you need significantly more rest. I was already fully well rested, and I'm better at gaining information from people than you are. So,
All we did was take our statements from the police, and then we went back to bed. That was
we
it.
didn't do all
was
that
the
much.
excitement.
We went to the morgue, talked to, 2 guards, and then came back. We didn't do anything much else.
But today is a new day, filled with adventure and things to do. And one of those things might be having to travel into the Underdark.
We need to at least investigate the entrance.
Then we do it together, and we do it smart, and we do it in a way that benefits all of us, and we don't leave anyone out. Agreed?
It would benefit us all to not go, but it seems like we must.
Well, if we must, then we do it that way.
I have no
If we
qualms.
mustn't, then if we don't have to, then we don't have to. But
Yes,
it
that
seems
sounds
like a
reasonable
primary
logic to
concern.
me. Alright,
to you.
to me it sounds fine. I'm heading downstairs for a bite.
We can't leave this unchecked. This is a well-defended city with guards patrolling every night and closed borders. If we go back to Nutwood and something like this happens again, he sleeps by himself. None of us will be there to help him. And I'm afraid that if he's by himself, they may just kill him, seeing as how he gave them trouble. So,
I'm sorry, I tried to scare off the bird by throwing rocks at it. It didn't work.
I'd rather try and get a glean on
Birds
what's
are your
going on
favorite enemy.
before we get back home.
Alright. I'm not opposed to it. I just wish you had let me know what was going on.
Guys,
I'm
they're
sorry if we
serving
were in a bit of
sausage
shock
links.
after the whole event, and
I'm not saying you need to be
and
sorry.
live
I'm
birds.
just
We're eating
saying
live birds.
we need to think about what we do as a team and how well we're working together, because it seems sometimes a bit inefficient.
What do you mean?
Let's just go.
No, if you have a problem with the way we work together, we should talk about it. That's what teams do. If there's a problem, we face it. If you don't think we're working well together, we should know what's going on.
And now it gets
We work well together when we use our skills wisely. When we use each other's strengths to benefit each other. I realized in the last fight that I cannot do what I have been doing. And
What do you mean?
I was trying to take a page from Gosberg's book and be as happy as I can to keep morale up, and it didn't work. So now I'm gonna be more me.
Okay. I didn't notice anything that you did that was out of character.
Because you didn't know me before the Orc War.
I mean, that's fair, but I've known you since.
I've changed.
That's fair. But I still don't see what that has to do with us working as a team.
I think we need to plan more. We cannot do things on our own the way we've been doing them. Arungandir and I cannot rush in the way we've been. Because I almost got killed, and well, I don't want that to happen, and
Well, I'm telling you right now, you did almost get this one killed.
yes, I know.
You're not the only one affected by our actions, but I appreciate you saying that.
And also,
That's your call. That's not us working as a team, necessarily. I still don't understand why you are acting like we don't work together.
because you don't either.
Because I'm better at certain things when I'm on my own.
And I agree. At certain times, you need to be on your own to do certain things. But we need to know what you're doing when you're doing that. We need to plan. We need to know what each other is doing. We need to be a team in the sense of tactics, in the sense of being able to rely on each other to do what is planned, and yet be able to expect the unexpected and do the right thing in that situation as well.
Okay. What is it that I do that you think would benefit me constantly saying what I'm doing? I'm much better when people don't hear me.
Not when we don't hear you.
We haven't had the chance to talk about anything before getting into a fight.
And I think that's one of our follies.
Who was it that pulled a sword on the prince?
That was a mistake of mine. I realize that.
Right. I haven't instigated any fight. I'm more than open to strategizing. We just haven't been presented the opportunity. So if, going forward, you want to strategize more, we have to do it beforehand.
Exactly. That's what I'm proposing.
I would agree with that.
I'm gonna walk up the stairs. Well, I've eaten. Are you guys ready to go?
I'm going to go down to eat. I do that.
It's probably gonna be cold porridge. You guys take forever to get done.
There's a bar downstairs, yeah?
Yeah, I think so, but I think it's a little early to drink hard alcohol.
I'm gonna go up to the bartender and ask for 2 shots, the hardest thing they have.
What did I just say?
Alright.
You know, never
He
mind.
pours you 2 shots of hard dwarven liquor.
And I bet he says the same thing I say.
No, he doesn't.
No.
I'm
This
paying
is a
for
dwarven
drinks.
bar.
I down both of them.
Make 2 Constitution saving throws.
Yep. That's naturally, that's a soft 20 and a 5.
Cool. You are now poisoned for the next 6 hours.
Oh my god. Okay.
Why did you drink
That
poison?
is hard dwarven liquor, man. You're also kind of inebriated and a little bit tipsy, and you're not walking totally straight.
Karina, are you okay? You seem off.
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's only 6 hours because you didn't eat first.
Right. Well, I'm off to the guardhouse.
I'm going to eat some porridge real quick.
Yeah, after I finish eating that,
I'll get the information we'll need, and then I'll be back.
Alright, you go to the guardhouse.
Yeah.
Alright,
I will come with.
what do you wish to...
You should eat.
God damn it, people. What do you wish to accomplish at the guardhouse?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them where. I'm gonna try and find that detective again.
Okay, what do you want?
I would like you to tell us where this opening is, this entrance where they snuck through.
It's down in the lower levels,
Bless
but we
you.
can't let you through there.
Why not?
It's not safe, it's the Underdark.
We know it's not safe.
Unless people got... Yeah. Unless people got real important business. Official business. We don't open that gate.
And how would one attain official business?
Mining, exploring,
Well, that's what we're doing. We're exploring.
taking out a threat, or coming back in.
Absolutely, we're going in to neutralize the threat that these people are coming through your tunnels and attacking random adventurers. It's bad for business.
This is the only strange, weird, three-eyed threat we've ever had.
And do you want it to be your last?
A reminder.
You're here too, but
Yes. Maybe we should talk to Arental about this.
that's all.
Get something official.
I don't even know if they know who Arental
The
is.
dragon.
The dragon.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure if the dwarves know who Arental is.
No, but he might be able to get us something official.
I could try to forge a document.
How many days back is it to? How many days back to the village?
It's a few days.
I don't want to waste that much time.
Listen, the Underdark, it sounds like, oh, we're just gonna go into the Underdark and we'll just find the guy. It's nothing but a mass of tunnels and darkness down there. You get lost down there, you ain't coming back up, most likely. and it's filled with all manner of unfriendly beasties.
When is your next mining crew going down, or anybody going down?
I wouldn't know about that. I'm a detective.
Who could we ask?
You could ask the head of the miners.
Okay. Or I'm gonna do, if you don't mind, I'm gonna head there.
Fine. I'm gonna go and stop in to some stores and see about supplies.
I'm gonna go to the miners.
All right. Yeah, you get directed to an office close to the mines and close to the entrances to the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
And you're led into the office of a dwarvish woman
Mm-hmm.
named Nessa.
Hello.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
I was wondering.
She has one of those things on her desk. It's the balls that go back and forth in each cradle.
I was wondering when your next journey into the Underdark will be.
Not for a while. They just got back. We don't send crews out there a lot unless we find a new gym spot.
Okay. Well, what would you say to some protection on your next venture?
I'm not opposed to it, but why?
Well, I'd have to consult my friends, but there's something we need to do in the Underdark. And we need a reason to get down there. And you would be our reason. And we would be very helpful, I think.
Make a persuasion check.
Two.
Look, girl, I recognize the initiative, but with folks like you who can't see in the dark, that carrying lights around, that's a liability to us.
Well, most of my friends have dark vision.
Does Peepers?
He's a beholder, yeah, he should. He's a beholder kid. And Mala does as well.
And I would imagine a cat would as well.
The cat might. You.
I think we said
Orungan
mountain
deer-
lions did, and you can turn into a mountain lion.
you
I
and
can
Orungan
indeed.
deer.
Yes, dark vision 60 feet.
Yep.
And I can find some way to deal with it.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't really know who you are. I don't know what your business is in the Underdark. But we have enough troubles and creepies down there. We don't need. We have enough guards.
Understood. Is there anyone else who ventures down there?
Just the scouts that we send out occasionally.
Do you know where I might find them?
Sure. Their headquarters, their lodge is just up the hall.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the scouts.
All right. Yep. You head over to the scouts. There's a few dwarves in this little lodge, kind of thing. It's like an underground lodge.
I say basically the same thing.
Okay. Cool.
Wow.
Yeah. You say the same goddamn thing.
Yes.
And one of the scouts is like, do you tell him about the third eye guy? No? Yes, no.
Would be a good reason to go down there.
Yes.
Okay. Because if you bring that up, then one of the guys is like, oh, that makes sense. When I came back in with the miners the other day, I found a campsite not too far from him. About 2 miles out from here. Small one. Figured it was just some crazy person or rogue drow or something.
2 miles, you say?
Aye.
Would you be willing to escort us there?
I don't see the point. There's nothing of importance there. Whoever it was killed themselves a deep rothy, cleaned up and left. Took everything of import. I searched it.
On your next venture into the Underdark, would you be willing to take us with you? We would be of help.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. 8.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. There's rules. I'm not allowed to just bring tourists into the Underdark.
Okay. Thank you.
It's like letting guests into the gorilla cage at the zoo.
Thank you.
We don't need another Harambe situation.
Amusing as it is.
Thank you for your time.
Ah.
Where did we meet the king?
In his hall.
I'm gonna go back to our friend.
I can forge a letter that
Yeah.
can probably get us in. Or I can talk our way in.
Yeah, in the meantime, can I go and buy some,
You can get supplies. Yes.
yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It's dwarvish supplies, so it's a little bit different than the food you're used to.
That's fine.
A little bit heartier, saltier.
And
Pickles are a bit different.
I'm gonna try and see if I can find any way in Emberhold to contact the underground. Like the criminal underground.
Okay, yeah, make an investigation check.
it's good.
Oh, that's really good. 26?
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, so you find a seedy bar that has some thieves' cant markings outside. They're dwarvish, but you recognize them for what they are.
Yeah.
And you enter this bar called the Dangly Roper.
Your favorite place, big guy?
I'm groaning in the spirit with you. I'm annoyed.
You hear Rungadir in the back of your head, like, why? Why did it have to be the Dangly Roper?
What? How many people are in here?
I hate ropers.
At the moment, you see two dudes who appear to be passed out at the same table, and a bartender who's cleaning a mug, as usual, traditional bartender style,
Yeah.
because all the mugs are never clean for some reason.
My name's Bruce.
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna take
He has an eye patch.
I'm gonna take a piece of chalk and just scrawl in Thieves' Cant on the bar. Does the name Xanathar mean anything to
He
you?
casts fireball on you. No, I'm fucking. Disintegrate!
Well, that led nowhere.
Yeah, he looks it over with his one good eye. Shrugs. Maybe. You can speak Thieves' Cant, by the way.
I know. It's just there's two other people in the room, and I don't.
They look passed out.
Right, they look passed out, but I don't know for certain they're passed out.
You can make an insight or investigation check.
Yeah, I'll do an investigation check to see if I. Ow.
Wow.
Sorry, Bird. That's 19. Wait, no, 18.
One of them is legit passed out. The other one is, you think he's probably in that stage of like half awake, half asleep.
But they're drunk.
He might not be able to tell that he's even like
Okay.
He's in that fun little stage where it's like he can probably like he has some awareness, but he's also like half 1 foot in the dream world.
Yeah. Okay.
Like when you're talking and it makes no sense.
I had a dream.
All of what I'm saying is in Thieves' Cant for this
There was
entire
this
interaction.
elf lady who was talking about Subway sandwiches,
I'm gonna go back up to the
and it
bartender.
felt so real.
I'm gonna go back up to the bartender. Do you know what interest he would have in a small floating creature? Looks with eye stalks on its head.
They get all sorts of weird shit, yeah.
What can you tell me about the Xanathar?
I don't know nothing.
It's
It's not my place to know. No one knows much about him.
No, actually, I believe him.
He's a shady boss. Pays good, apparently.
Oh, these are hints, Tyler.
Do you know what would drive him to send one of his agents here? We encountered one yesterday in the square.
He probably wants something really badly. Or maybe his ire just turned on to you. Or maybe he just wants something medium-wise and felt like sending someone. He's a bit inscrutable from over here. And I mostly stick to illegal gambling.
Good to know. Can you send a letter for me?
Aye.
I'm gonna just slide him a sealed letter.
What is the letter?
It's to my criminal contact.
Okay, we never established your contact.
We didn't, that's why I'm doing this.
Okay, that's fine.
To Melvin.
Yeah, we will establish that afterwards. Who that person is exactly.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been?
I've been great so far.
The gist of the letter is...
I've been hunting giants.
The dwarf takes off his mask and he's been your criminal contact the entire time. Baby, I missed you. How are you doing? No, fuck.
Oh my gosh!
I'm a master of disguise.
What a
And
twist!
I own a what a twist.
Always suspect every
The
bartender.
yeah.
Every bartender is in disguise.
The gist of the letter is we've recently come into contact with at least one member of the Xanathar Guild, and I'm trying to inquire why, see if he can,
Okay,
see
yes.
if they can give me any information as to why.
That will happen. Yes, and we will set up your contact later, and they will
Cool.
be a useful person in your endeavors.
Don't tell
But
me
is there
about
anything
this.
else you guys want to do?
I'm gonna.
Oh, I want to ask him if I can get passage, if he can secure us passage to the entrance to the Underdark.
We might be able to do that for you, but it'll cost you.
How much?
24 quid.
250 gold in. Another 250 if you want back in. The
I'll give you
city.
250 round trip.
Nope, 500 total. It's a risky business. They keep a sharp eye on that Underdark entrance.
Could I get you to forge me a document instead
Hey, what for?
to present to make a sort of official asshole. To present to those in charge to see if we can get an official adventure sanctioned.
I think we can make that work. Let me get in contact with someone.
Good. And I'm gonna just tell them where we're staying.
All right, cool.
Here's my email address.
No one else in the room could hear it. He's the only one that knows it. I said it. That entire conversation was in Thieves' Camp.
No, you're
I
fine.
know, but ew.
All right, so how long do you guys wait around for this forger?
About how long did he say it would take?
It'll take about 2 days,
Okay,
and it'll cost you 100 gold.
that's fine.
Our service is rendered.
2 days?
Yep.
How long is the walk to Supples?
Hmm?
How long is the walk to Supples?
From here, you're not sure.
A Sepple?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go back to Sepple?
Day and a half, 2.
Also, take into consideration, time is way different in the Feywild.
Absolutely positive.
But it works the opposite. Like, you could be gone only a day in the Feywild and it'd be a week here. Like, it plays wonky with time, so... If you want to go, you can go.
I'm not gonna go if it's gonna mess with the current mission, so...
I mean, we have 2 days. If...
Go ahead and just go and see what happens.
Yeah, just go.
We'll be fine.
I'm not gonna go alone either.
Take Zoran.
Porque...
Well,
Take Zoran.
It'd be more fun if Tyler was here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because as good of an improv person as I am, I feel like they have a much better idea of what they want to do for that little fuckboy owl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could take Zoran. You could take,
Okay,
Mordenkainen.
Yeah, go to Mordenkainen and ask for his help.
I'm going to say to you all, when we get back to our places, I'm going to say, I'm going to go to the Feywild. If any of
Be
you...
sure to bring him back more pants.
Yes, I will. I will. If I run into her, I will.
I'll pay you not to.
With what money?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
with
with
what
what money?
I think I have some chips of roulette left. I can barter.
There's more bowls in it for you.
So, if I'm not back really soon, within the time that the letter comes, try not to go without me, but if you have to,
Oh no, we'll wait.
okay.
You're fine, darling.
Farewell.
Okay, I'm gonna do my Wayfinder thing.
Okay, there are no entrances to the Feywild in this dwarven city.
I
Underground.
meant I was gonna go outside the
Yeah,
Dwarven City.
once you leave,
and
we'll say you take Zoran and Spritafix,
okay,
your 2 resident experts on the Feywild,
yeah,
considering they live there.
yeah.
This way. Why does this guy talk like that?
Yeah.
It's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up, I have a tragic backstory.
There's a reason my voice sounds like this.
I'm really edgy.
Alright, I'm gonna do my Wayfinder thing.
Okay, yeah, you detect the nearest entrance to the Feywild, and you triangulate your way to a big old tree that looks like it has like a rabbit hole kind of thing in the bottom.
I try and go through the
Roots.
rabbit hole.
Yeah, you go through and you come out the other side.
Yes! Alright, I start my walk to Supples.
Alright. Yeah, and you do so. We'll say you do so over the course of time.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, I'm selling my bullet balls because I'm frustrated with this currency called money. Bartering does not work the way I want it to.
You wake up bleeding when you lie.
It's only got so many bowls. They're not a renewable resource.
I can't just go and find another bullet. They're not just gonna pop out of the...
Yeah, you start making your way to Sepul, and Zoran is talking to you, and Zoran wants to see him.
Yeah.
Because it turns out, like, Zoran really looks up to Sepul and really likes him.
Mhm.
Because you find out talking to Zoran that they are a thing called an Emerald Knight,
Oh.
and Sepul used to be one
Oh.
until she got crazy powerful and became the warden.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
So I'm walking.
Yeah, you walk for a few days, and you end up at Sepul's. I'm not wasting that.
Cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everything is wonderful and looks great, but you don't
Yeah.
encounter any trouble.
All right. Cool.
No crocodiles.
No crocodiles. You're not in the
No.
swamp.
No saves.
Not yet. No.
Okay.
What are they called? The
The
Faymire Crocs.
Faymire Crocs, that's better.
All right. So I get to Sepul's and
Yep, and you reach the entrance of the big old garden maze.
I go through the maze.
You start going to enter it, and then Zoran is like, "What are you doing?"
What do you mean?
Shortcut. And they open they just push against a little hedge, and a tiny small creature-sized door opens up in the hedge.
Oh,
You gotta be down here to see it.
I crawl through.
Yep.
Do I have to keep crawling through it?
No, well, some parts.
Okay. Well, I'll crawl through.
But it appears to be a gutterkin entrance.
All right. I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you and Spiritifix are on your hands and knees. While
Yeah.
Zoran is just walking, and just kind of
Yeah.
the feather on top of their helmet is touching the
Yeah.
roof of it, the ceiling of it.
Yeah.
And you get there quicker.
Yeah. All right.
Life has many doors.
So
Some of them are ajar.
yeah.
No, some of them are jammed.
And you reach
and you
Sepul's
need
palace.
them to be ajar.
Yeah. Okay. And I knock on the door.
The door opens after a moment, and Joji, the little gutterkin salamander dude, is there. Ah, hello!
I say hello, Joji.
Welcome, come in.
Thank you.
What business do you enter on?
Well, I didn't say this, but on the way there, I would have picked some flowers as we're going,
Okay,
from the fields and stuff.
alright.
You murdered the flowers.
Sepul casts Power Word Kill.
Just some flowers, but not ones that have bloomed yet.
Okay, yeah.
And I would have fashioned them into the little circlet thing.
Okay.
A club.
She's doing something.
And I say, is Sepul here?
Yeah, she is. Would you like me to fetch her?
Well, I'll go to her if she doesn't want to be troubled, I won't trouble her. But if she doesn't mind being troubled, I'll go to her. That way she doesn't have to go anywhere. I'm
Please
rambling.
come. I believe she is just lounging. I will announce
Okay.
you.
Okay, thank you. And I go.
And he walks you up the stairs, and you go up into a room,
Okay.
and you enter what appears to be a library area,
Yeah.
and you see Sepul floating about 30 feet off the ground,
Yeah.
going through some stuff.
Cool.
Mistress Sepul, the Lady Torvi has come to speak with you, as well as Master Zoran and Master Spiritifix.
Hello.
Don't make fun of my voice, guys. Don't laugh. It's not funny. Ah, back so soon.
Yes.
She begins floating down.
Well, I have a statement, and then something to ask, and then something to give. First, the statement. I admire you. I think you are a very strong, independent woman who don't need no man. I'm sorry, I don't say that. I find you to be a very competent,
Resourceful.
awesome person who sees things that I cannot see, and I admire your demeanor and your poise, and I wish I had more of that. Now comes the question. I want to learn more about magic and the kind that you have, or the kind that I think you have. And this is what I can do. And this is the gift. Because I find it rude to ask for something and not give something. It's crude, I know, but it's something. And I druid craft so that all the buds open.
Alright, yeah, you do so, and all the flowers bloom on this circlet you've created.
Yeah. And then I do this and hope she takes it.
Yeah, she takes it. She has a smile on her face. She seems intrigued.
Anyway, that's why I've come.
This is nice. Most mortals don't ask anything. Don't give something in return.
Really.
I like that.
I was taught that it was a good thing to do by my mother and father. They're good people.
Yes, I think we can work something out. Not much.
I'm not
I see.
asking much.
You're a warrior.
Yes.
Warriors, they can't take the time to learn magic. They can't take the time to spend time looking over dusty tomes. You need to fight. I've seen that much.
Yes.
And before it seemed like you and your folks were much more about kill quick and hope to make it through, but now you appear to have someone who can keep you alive. And they look down at Soren.
Yes, we're grateful for that, I think. I mean, I am.
It's good, yes. I think I will give you something. Close your eyes.
I close my eyes.
And you feel her tap the blossom in your hair.
Yeah.
You may open.
I open my eyes.
Torvi, do you swear to fight though... do you swear to fight for just causes?
I do.
Do you swear to fight one fight in my name, should the time come, when I need you and call upon you?
Yes.
Then I bestow upon you the power to defeat your enemies and curse them.
Thank you.
And to cast some lesser magics. And you may now have access to your magic initiate feat.
Thank you.
Although, I would love to chat with you more, but I must have a word with Zoran alone.
Okay.
And Zoran's like, what? If the three of you would wait outside. Yes, this way. It's like, come, would you wish for refreshments? We have lemonade.
Lemonade would be wonderful.
Yeah, and you and Spurtifix are taken down to the little waiting room. And you don't know what happens in that room with Seppel and Zoran alone. But
Yeah.
we'll get to that when Tyler comes back, because we'll come back and rewind to this portion.
Yeah.
And we'll play out that conversation.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
They totally fuck. No, that does not happen. But yeah, you spend the rest of the day talking with Seppel, we'll say.
Mhm.
And you have a nice little chat, and you have lemonade, and it's fun and cool, and you hang out, and you spend the night there.
Mhm.
And you wake up the next morning, and you start heading out.
Yeah. I thank her again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no need for thanks, darling. I'm getting something out of this, too. Yeah, your flower is a much more vibrant red now. And you head out, and the last day before you leave the Feywild, you need to make a saving throw.
I choose to fail.
Okay.
Choose to fail.
You fail your saving... Yeah, I'm letting her do it. She wanted it. She fails her saving throw for the Feywild stuff, which I'm not going to do too much more of those, because you guys already got all the fun stuff. Like blood wine. Your vintage will improve as you age.
So, funny story.
Think you're gonna
Jordan
want to eat
told
you more.
Julian about that. Julian goes, "Oh, Spurtifix will worship him now." And he
Yeah,
was
so
serious.
you wake
Wait,
up
what?
the morning before you get up.
Spurtifix worships him now because he has wine for blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, the day before you leave, you notice that your war paint has disappeared.
It has?
Yeah,
Okay.
but you didn't take it off.
Okay.
Alright.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Alright, I go back through.
Alright, you come back to Emberhold.
How long was she gone?
Let's see. Let's find out. Could have been minutes, could have been days. Let me find that table. It's here. Oh, wow, I found it really quickly. Okay. Alright. She's a D20. No change. So you actually did just spend a week in the Feywild.
Okay.
In that time, I would have gone. There's no Temple of Coralon in Emberhold, is there?
No.
Can I at least ask around and see if they know where one is?
They know there's shrines to him in certain places, but most people don't know one specifically.
Does anyone in any of the churches know? Like any of the temples?
In the temples, I'm gonna say they know that Summer's Light has temples to that kind of stuff, and they know there's in the areas around Summer's Light, the elven city of Summer's Light, there are all the elven villages, and like the wood elves, the wild elves out in the woods probably have their own shrines to him. Uh,
far is that from here?
actually, closer than Summer's Light. It's the woods in the Nutwood area, basically. The wild elves who fought with you guys during the
Okay.
war.
So I could have theoretically gone and been back before she got back?
Yeah.
You could have gotten to Nutwood. You don't know exactly where the wild elves are.
I'll wait for Torby to get back.
Alright, yeah, you guys
But I
sit
do
on
need
your
to get
heels
this
in
replay.
Emberhold for a little bit,
Take
scouting
it
out,
down.
trying to get information.
How long about did you? So a week, you said.
A week.
I would have spent part of that. I would have spent that time to work on the book for getting proficiency in Tinker's tools.
Okay, yeah, you do that, you do so. For what tools?
Tinker's tools.
Tinker's tools, okay. Yeah. I was gonna joke like he works on time making a home security system.
Just put spells on Peepers.
So, bar further interruption. Torby returns, you guys are ready to head into the Underdark.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
I'm strapped.
I don't
And
want to go
lanterns.
in. I'm saying right now, I don't want to go. I just want to go to where the campsite was and explore around that area.
Sounds good to me.
We're not going into the Underdark. We don't have enough people, and we don't have a healer with us.
That's fine.
You have Zoran.
We
Well,
have Zoran.
We have a half healer.
I have cure wounds.
Paladins
I have
are kind of a
wounds.
main healer, they just
Yeah.
can also be tanky.
I
Yeah.
put a tiny bit of war paint on. Try it.
Okay, you put a tiny little board of war paint on, and
Nothing happened.
it's just this is nothing, no.
Alright, I wipe it off.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Alright, yeah, Torby is not wearing war paint. This is new. Well, not super new, I assume you don't wear it all the time. But yeah.
No, I don't usually wear it when I'm like
Chilling.
chilling. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you guys head down lower to the lower levels.
Yep.
And there's the guard, it's like, who's hanging out, watching the gates. Several guards, but like, this is the one who's closest to the gate who would open it. It's like, "Hey, what business have ye?"
Let me do this one. We've been
Okay.
charged with investigating the campsite of the fellow that blew his head up in the courtyard. And I'm going to hand him the...
Oi, let me see that. Oi. And you marked off 100 gold, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
We're in a bit of a hurry.
Making sure everything's in order. Starts eyeing each of you individually.
I just deadpan stare at him.
Deception check.
With advantage because of the ledger?
Make a base one.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay, yeah. He's like, alright, open the gate. They start working together to open the gate. Quickly now, quickly. And y'all go under this gate, and then they drop it as soon as you guys have passed.
Is
And
it
then,
dark?
huh?
Is it dark?
Oh, yes.
Is it under?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do to allow your Fearbolg and human friend to see? Also, I'm gonna say Spiritifix stayed behind.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I'm gonna.
Hey guys, I got stuck on the other side of the gate. Oh, bye. I
You
will.
lazy piece of shit. You're disappointing your master. He won't give you more wine.
I will do Wayfinder.
There are no entrances to the. Oh,
No.
Wayfinder light. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Torby's
you do
like, there's no light. Feywild. Peace. Like,
Yeah. No. no.
Later, fools.
No. Later. There's no light. I'm scared. Take me to the Feywild.
that. All right. Yeah. You guys are descending into the Underdark.
I'm gonna go out, like, basically where the cutoff of the light is, so I can kind of make sure they don't stumble head first into
Yeah.
anything. I'll signal if something's ahead of us. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. So you got with Karina scouting ahead. You guys start delving into the Underdark. You're getting forward and forward, and it's just a long tunnel,
Yeah.
and then you reach a fork in the road.
Oh no.
I take it.
It is yours. You may add one fork. But then there is an actual point where you have to make a decision as to what direction you're gonna go.
I'm gonna look at the ground and see if I can see tracks that would match what direction a caravan would come from. Because it was the most recent one, right?
Yes, survival check. Caravan of miners.
10.
It was a lot of miners and minecarts, so I'll say that makes it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see like the marks where they had their wheels go through,
Mm-hmm.
and then you think it was probably coming from the left.
Good adventurers go left.
Follow me. It's up this way.
I follow.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys keep continuing through a long tunnel, and then eventually that tunnel opens up, and you're in a big, empty, gigantic hole in the ground. You're in a gigantic cavern. Some bits of it are lit up by glowing mushrooms. Others are just completely dark.
One could say we're in the dark here. As to what to do. Okay, I'm done.
It's just a big hole.
It's a giant cavern.
There's no exits.
You guys
or
can walk through it.
entrances?
The big hole was a bad description. It's a giant cavern.
But there's no entrances or exits.
No, there are.
Okay.
It's just
a
you guys
really big
can't see
cavern.
them from this
Okay.
range
I'll-
because it's the Underdark.
I'll stealth around and make perception checks so we're not like waking anything up. Because a lot of the stuff in the Underdark's light sensitive. So
Yeah.
it's not bring a bright light around them. So stealth then.
But we
Yeah,
still
stealth
have
check.
disadvantage.
That's a natural 19, so that's 31. No. 32.
32, okay.
And perception. That,
13.
that is 22.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, moving around, you're looking, you're stealthing around.
Hmm.
There is some life down here, but not a lot. You see a weird giant caterpillar thing that's going around and appears to be eating like fungi. You see strange like algae and whatnot and mushrooms and stuff that doesn't look fun. You see some mushrooms that don't look fun. There's a lot of mushrooms down here. It's a shroomy place,
Dang.
which bothers Meg a lot, I'm sure.
Well, it bothers Meg. It doesn't bother Torby.
Do you not like mushrooms?
She's not a fan.
Okay.
I am deathly afraid of fungi.
Really? I'm sorry, I'm looking at Underdark monsters, and some of these I'm like, fucking really? Alright.
Mountain monster.
Yeah, that's a weird choice. I
Dire
got so
caterpillars.
confused. I looked and I was like, wait, giant octopus? Oh wait, that's underwater monsters, not Underdark monsters.
Yeah.
Okay, there's some weird shit in here that I did not expect to be in the Underdark. But yeah, you guys, you with your perception check, you see a high ledge where you think you see like just the barest clipping of a bedroll.
I'm gonna lead everyone kind of around everything, like keeping a wide berth so that
And
the
it's
light
like, it's
doesn't.
pretty far from the road
Yeah,
that you guys
yeah.
are following.
So we're gonna
You
head
could
over
guess
there.
that might have been the campsite.
Yeah, we're gonna head over there.
Alright.
Yeah, you do so. You would have to climb up to it. It would take an athletics check to get up to it.
Okay.
Say,
I-
Arangundir, can you click the immovable rod in place above you?
I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay, fine.
Can you hold your shield? Or do you have a shield?
Do I have a
You have a shield now.
No.
You got one from the Elven city.
You're right, I do
Yeah,
have a
you
shield.
should write down shield.
Wait, I
That's
did
only
write it.
15.
I did write it down.
Athletics, 15.
Okay. Yeah,
I would
you
like-
should, but if you don't have shield in your inventory, you should have
No,
shield.
I do.
I do.
You have it marked down. Alright,
I would
actually
like
need
to use Arangundir's shield as a springboard and then jump onto the immovable rod and pull myself up and then like pull.
okay.
So like 3.
The immovable rod does not reach where this thing is. It's like 20 feet up.
Oh, okay. Then I will forget the immovable rod part and just do the shield thing.
Alright, so Karina begins climbing up. Arangundir, you down with this Captain America shit?
Fine by me. I don't know who this Captain America guy is, but I'm sure he's incredibly handsome.
I'm using my climbing tools, by the way.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a climbing kit
Karina's going
or
up.
climbing gear.
You can both make athletics checks. Torvi, you can make an acrobatics
Okay.
if you so wish.
Have Zafrab on your back. 'Cause I don't think he can bring himself up.
Can I have Zafrab
I'm
on my
Sure,
back?
he's not heavy.
18.
Okay. 19 plus athletics or acrobatics?
Either or.
Athletic.
Okay.
For you.
Athletics.
Oh, 'cause she's jumping. Yeah, that's right.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Okay, yeah. So Arangandir pulls out his elven shield. You run towards him, and you guys do the Captain America Black Widow combo where he springboards you up. Zafrab, are you on Torvi's back?
Yeah.
Zafrab is holding on for dear life. It's like, and Torvi just jumps up, and you get most of the way, and then you can climb the rest, I'll say.
Okay.
And
Without
Peepers
being
just
disturbed.
floats up.
Yeah, Peepers just floats up.
Yeah.
This is Peepers' lair.
I'm gonna climb up then, I guess.
Yep, you can make athletics, but I know you're gonna make it.
You'd be surprised.
Uh-huh.
11.
Arangandir is trying to get up, and then with his big old gauntlets, and then the handholds in the rock kind of fall away under his weight. So he's waiting down there with the cat and Zoran.
I'm gonna.
Oh, Zoran's just like, the little dude has the right idea, and they just fly up.
What?
With their owl
Now
wings.
I will click the immovable rod in place a little bit down further. Like I'll reach my arm down and click it in place, and then
Tyler?
Is climbing your just like axes to
I-
help pull yourself up?
I think it's okay. We could check the handbook for this because I feel like it describes it. You
Yeah.
might have a rope that can help Arangandir up.
It might be in Xanathar's guide.
I feel like it's right here. But let me check. Yeah, climber's kit. Okay, yeah, there's pythons, boot tips, gloves, harness. You can use an action to anchor yourself. But we're not worrying about that. But I'll say there's a rope you can just go up normally.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
gonna.
Since you're too heavy for things to not fall away in your hands. Your big, strong, masculine hands.
So I climb up then.
Yep, so everyone's up there.
you can ask her.
No.
But
It is a
he's
cat.
lynx.
Huh?
He's a lynx. Aren't they mountain cats?
Yeah,
You
but it's
can't
kind of like a
climb
sheer
sheer
cliff.
rock.
It's a sheer cliff, kind of.
Well, could I one hand climb? Could I make an athletics check and like hold as?
You don't even have to make a check. If you want to bring the cat with you, you one-handed, you can do it.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
He's
Thank you.
athletic enough that I'll just say he fucking... he can one-hand climb with his legs and whatnot.
Mala was on my shoulder. so-
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you're all up out on this campsite.
Jeez,
There's a
I'm
bedroll. There is a lunch pail.
Mm-hmm.
Transformers lunch pail.
Sweet.
Yeah.
There is the remains of a campfire.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some glowing mushrooms around, not a lot, and you can see the remains of like mushrooms that were cut or dried up.
I'm gonna transform into a mountain lion then.
You transform into a mountain lion.
I'm gonna make an.
I'm gonna smell around the area.
Okay, and you?
I'm gonna make an investigation check. See if he left any, like, imprint or something of an insignia in the ground
Okay,
or something
yeah.
like that.
Go for it.
Yeah, can I make a perception check as well?
You can.
Is there any
smell.
way
Yeah.
out of this? Like, is there any tunnel that goes off of this?
There's just a tunnel that continues further into the Underdark. But there could be some holes or something that you guys don't see in the darkness.
Yeah, so that's going to be a 19.
I'm gonna look for holes and stuff. Up here. Like, there's nothing up here?
No.
Okay.
Soft 20.
Okay. With your soft 20, you see the remains of a burned parchment. Scraps.
Okay.
And then you, with your smell, you find that this stuff is a little bit more. You think it's probably a little bit more than a week old, his remains of his food and stuff. So he was not here long.
Is there anything that I can read on the parchment?
No, it's burnt up. They're just like little pieces of paper. Like you have a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything beyond? the
Burn these
camp?
instructions when you're done. You feel like was at the end of the letter.
So it's what you. It's like writing parchment.
Yeah.
I know that. Okay. Well, he left. He had some form of a letter that he burned before he left.
Well, we don't wish to head any further.
Can I? Is there anything beyond the campsite?
There's the whole cavern, but otherwise this campsite is just on a little cliff. That's about, like 10 feet wide.
Okay. Can I just go up a little more and then make another perception check to see if
You want to get up higher?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you can climb up a little bit higher and then look out over the cavern.
Yeah, can I make it another perception?
Oh, yeah, in mountain lion form?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, make a perception check. But this is sight. So no advantage.
Fine.
You can
Killer whale attacks!
You can
Wait,
speak
no,
with animals,
this isn't
right,
underwater.
Yeah. Animals. Yeah. So that's gonna be a 14.
Alright, in the darkness, you don't see anything else. You see some of the creatures that were moving about, but you don't see, like, humanoids.
Growl. Which means I
Um.
don't see anything important.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Mala look around. So, 'cause she has advantage.
Alright, Mala begins taking flight in the Underdark. Suddenly, 3 bugbears surround you.
So this game is mundane, huh?
It's a 15.
Alright, yeah, Mala surveys the area. And then comes back.
Would you mind? Would you mind, big guy?
Speaking with an animal, a lower life form. I'm sure I'll do that.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Wait, you can speak with animals? Oh, I didn't know that.
Torvi, the race of Torvi's people and Gosberg's people, when they drink dragon's blood, can speak to beasts.
Oh,
And we did.
Wait, what race?
Specifically the humans that they are.
I didn't know
Because of
that.
flavor, because they're kind of Nordic based.
Awesome. Okay.
Can
So you
convey
can-
emotions to small
so-
beasts.
Just naturally.
Yeah. That's why I can talk to Asgrax.
Oh, that's right.
And, well, that's why he can talk to me. I can
Right.
talk to him because
Right.
he understands
Well,
common
then
and
there is
whatever.
no need for me to do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you can do it. You can speak to beasts, but you have no special ability to understand them in return,
You're right.
unless you use the spell slot.
You're right.
So what do you want me to ask?
No, just because I want to know what she saw. And I don't have to speak with animals
What did you
yet.
see?
Worms! Big worms!
Anything besides big worms?
Mushrooms.
What was the
Mushrooms.
color of the worm? Was it purple?
Green.
Green mushrooms. Oh, green worms.
Green worms. Big green worms.
Big
Juicy
green
green worms.
Would you like a big green
The
worm?
juiciest.
Would you
She
like
likes
a big
mice.
green worm?
They are bigger than me.
Would you like one though?
Yes.
She would like a big green worm.
These giant caterpillar things are bigger than you guys. I'm just pointing that out.
She wants to eat them.
I think we should leave before she
It would
tries
be the
to get
fanciest
one.
of feasts.
I think you
Is
can
there
make
one
a
by
good
itself?
They're not out for much. They seem to tunnel.
Okay. As soon as one pops up, I'll.
Also a spider.
A spider?
Yeah.
How big?
How big
Big.
is the spider?
Big and blue.
A blue spider.
Phase spider. Great. Great.
Okay.
Now we're leaving.
Right. Would I know what that is?
You know it's probably not good.
Okay, yeah. Alright. Guys, I think we should leave now. We're not prepared for this, and...
Also, the approaching orc horde.
Wait, what?
No, I'm talking about you.
Okay.
Mala, stop joking.
Alright, okay. Yeah, so we need to go.
I would agree with that.
Why?
Big blue spider.
You hear that echo throughout the cavern. You're not sure what could make that sound?
I'm stealthing.
Okay.
Some nasty bird.
I'm gonna grab onto
25.
I'm gonna grab on. Does Asperix have dark vision?
I think so. I want to say yes. I
Cats
made up his
should.
stats. I feel like he does.
I
Yeah,
Cats
sure.
should.
Sure.
You know. I mean, okay. I'm gonna grab onto him and I'm gonna say, "I need you for my sight." I'm gonna sheath
Yep.
Wayfinder and I'm gonna stealth.
Okay, yeah. You do so. So you guys, everyone stealthing?
I guess so.
Yeah, why not?
And I'll grab Orangadir's horn too.
I'm in my lion form.
Oh, I'll grab Orangadir's fur.
You don't need to.
Oh,
Well, I
yeah.
think Asgarix and Orungan here can
Because he's
hop
gonna
down
be a
without
lion,
too much
so
problem.
Okay.
you'll be able to see.
Well, I'll hop down before I sheath it.
Can I
so that
ride on
Yeah.
Urungan
You go down the rope.
Yeah.
while he's in lion form.
And then I'll keep a hand on Asgarix.
Zafarb, how do you get
And
down?
You
my
can be
stealth
on
is
my back.
20.
You
Well,
can
I
be
was
on my
gonna
back.
jump on
Huh?
My
Urungandir's
stealth
back.
is 26.
He's a giant. He's a lion right now.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a lion.
Ooh.
I want to be a mighty king,
14.
so enemies beware.
Yeah.
14.
I've never seen
14?
a king of beasts
Yeah.
with
Quite so little hair. Huh.
Okay, Eric, I have a technicality question.
Yes.
Would Mala understand Common or Elvish? Like, would she have her languages that she gets as a
You-
giant owl?
Let me check.
Because it says that for a giant owl, but regular owls don't have it. But I would assume that the Ghostwise.
They will be. You had her most of a good chunk of her life and will, so she will be able. You can teach her whatever languages you so please.
Okay, I've been teaching her Elvish, and all I want
you can.
I want her to be able to understand at this point is, like, I want her to just like fly up to a ledge, and like basically be an alert. So if she sees something
Okay.
coming towards us,
Yeah.
to like.
Hoot twice like a barn owl and 3 times like a screech owl.
She's actually a I forget what kind of owl she is.
You guys hear these sounds as you're in the cavern.
Alright.
Get ready, Freddy.
What do you guys want to do?
Keep going. Back.
You going back to Emberhold?
Yeah.
Wait,
Alright,
what?
was it?
Why?
Or further into the Underdark? What do you want to do?
Did you tell me you're going back to Emberhold?
Wait, why wouldn't we?
Because I don't know where the sound is coming from. And I'm still up on the ledge.
I thought you went
Oh
down
yeah,
with
everyone
us.
else.
No!
Everyone else is getting down.
Oh.
I'm not crossing the ground. I don't know what that thing is.
It's a very large cavern. What was everyone's
Oh.
stealth?
I'm sorry, I thought you went down first.
10.
26.
25.
14.
Make one for Zoran with disadvantage. Okay.
Yep, need to make one.
So Zoran flies down.
Oh god.
You hear the
Bless you.
clanging of chainmail.
How often can I do the Wayfinder light thing?
As much as you want.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check to try and see where it's coming from?
That is
Yeah.
what Mala looks like.
No.
She's like a forest owl.
Big boy. Big
19.
now.
You pinpoint the direction it's coming from, and as it gets closer in your dark vision, you see a large creature. You see a large creature, a large monstrosity with hooked feet, 2 big ol' hooked arms.
Oh,
hook
hook
A
horror.
beak.
Oh my god.
Some whiskers at its side, a big ol' shell on
A
its
hook
back.
horror.
Yeah.
What
You
is-
see,
What size is it?
I
it is
don't
large.
see anything.
You don't. And you see it scraping its claw
What
hooks
direction
together.
is it coming from?
Yeah, it looks like
Because
this.
I'm
It's-
down. I'm down.
It's
It's
coming
not-
up from the other side of the cavern. Like,
yeah, it's the other side of the cavern. You guys could run to
Yeah.
your exit
Because
route.
I would assume you saw us all getting down. So.
The rest of the
I
team got
wasn't-
down from the ledge.
I wasn't really paying attention. I was more focused where the sound was coming. So I wouldn't
Okay.
have seen you. I mean, I can, like, I would look over now and see you guys not there, but I'm not as fast as Asgrix or as Orangandir. So I'm not.
Well, I'm keeping my hand on it,
Thanks.
but
And you,
I'm not.
you,
Oh, on
Asgrix.
Asgrix. Okay.
So
I thought you
he's
said you were riding
walking.
him. Okay.
He's walking my
Torby, you
speed.
Doesn't
hear
matter.
Mala saying, "On the ceiling."
On the ceiling? Okay. I just go.
I'm
On
looking
the
up.
ceiling?
I go. Should I be ready to fight?
To who?
To Mala.
She's up.
She's up
where
on
I am.
a ledge, very far away.
Oh, okay. Then,
Because Karina sent them to basically guard Owl.
alright, then I say
Set them to guard mode.
to Asgrix, I say, Asgrix, look at the ceiling. Should I be ready to fight?
Asgrix's dark vision does not detect anything. It's like, I don't know, but there are angry sounds around. Probably a little bit.
Okay.
Probably.
Is the ceiling where I see the hook horror or whatever?
Huh?
Is the ceiling where I see the hook horror?
Yeah, if you look up, it's your dark vision doesn't extend far enough, so you don't see this.
I'm up on the cliff. Can I look up to the ceiling?
Can I see a handbook?
You look up, and you're high up enough, higher up than the rest of the group. You see climbing from the ceiling down towards you is one of these hook horrors.
Down towards me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm taking a shot at it. Does it look like it's seen me?
Yes.
And there's another one on the ground?
Yep. And it sounds like there's more. So this is initiative.
Sixes, yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Way!
We both rolled 3. Well, yours is way fucking higher than mine, bitch.
Damn.
D6?
Yeah. Oh wait, we're doing d6s. That's right. All right. Horror.
Yes!
That's not bad.
I'm just gonna put Zorin on whoever went last of your group. So 15, 14, 13,
12.
12. I should just ask hey Zafrap, what did you get?
You should, because
Yeah.
my max is his
Zafrap,
lowest.
what do you want to do?
Let's see. I want to. And I see one right, and it looks.
You see at least one. You hear more
It looks like
clackings.
it's.
Click, clack, patty, whack. Give a horror a bone.
I am going to.
Charm them with my good looks and charisma.
I'll cast Chromatic Orb at it.
Okay.
Uh,
What damage?
Fire.
Fire.
Fire damage.
So you send this little ball of 4-inch diameter ball of fire.
17 on the die.
That'll hit him.
Just doing first level. So.
Shit. Did Sepple give me a petrified eye of newt?
Yeah, we'll say that. We'll say
8
that you did. That's
8
what's needed
fire
for
damage.
Hex.
Oh.
8 fire damage.
Alright, yeah, they take 8 fire damage. The hook horror does not look too bad. Its shell is a little bit scorched. Ooh, they know the language hook horror. Does anyone speak hook horror?
You know, something that specific, of course
No.
I'd speak it. No, I'm joking.
Does the Bag of Devouring speak hook horror?
You'd
No.
be surprised at the languages I know, but hook horror
actually
is not
would.
one of them.
Actually would. He speaks Thieves' Cant.
What?
Yeah, Eric. The other day he wrote
Yeah.
up what languages it speaks.
I know.
Hold on, let me
So why
try
would
to
that-
let me try to negotiate with these guys.
Why would that?
Ergalur Bergad
Horror.
Darg.
Steve's skin.
Huh?
Okay, they don't speak Undercommon.
No, I'm saying. He said you'd be surprised with the languages I know. I'm like, yeah, he knows Thieves' Cant.
Oh, I didn't see it.
The bag understood your conversation.
Yeah, it did. I don't care. He's with me.
You'd be
The whole
surprised
time he's like translating it into common.
at the people I work
I would
with.
stab him.
Yeah, okay, 11.
That would be me.
Dorby, what do you want to do?
Well, how long does it take to do the Illuminos thing?
I think it's a bonus action.
Shit. Okay. Well, I will do that. And then, how far away are they from me?
60 feet. One of them is definitely. You don't know where the others are at the moment.
Alright. I will just
You will just what?
take the dodge action.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do so.
Or, no, I'm gonna hold my action until one of them gets close enough to hit.
Okay. You hit him?
And then I'm gonna hit him. Yeah.
Rapiers? Okay.
Rapiers.
Alright. 10, 9, 8.
That's me.
8.
Karina.
I have to actually look up how Hail Thorns works.
Hail Thorns, you can still hit the person, I believe, but everyone around them and them have to make dex
No,
saves.
I
or
mean,
they hit you.
is like the casting of it.
Bonus
I
action.
believe.
Smashing.
Concentration up to 1 minute.
For what?
I'm looking at it right now. It's dexterity
Hail
saving throw.
Wait, it's concentration?
What?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
it works
I
on the same
Don't
thing.
have to expend a spell slot if I use it again?
No,
No.
once you use it, it goes. It's for like it works
Oh.
on the same concept as like a smite spell that paladins
Okay.
have, where like you have it, and then if you don't hit or like you
It doesn't
like
get
aren't
expended
able
yet.
to make an attack, you still have it for the next
What are you
minute
talking
until you
Hail
use
of
it.
Thorns.
Oh.
I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the one that's climbing towards me on the ceiling,
Okay,
and I'm gonna take a shot at it.
boom, hit it, hit
Advantage,
it. Woo!
not auto crit.
Yeah.
So that'll probably hit. That's a 25.
That'll hit. Yeah.
And no sneak attack because it saw me. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. That is 8 plus 5, 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah. So you shoot an arrow into this hook horror's shell, the back of his shell. Next up,
That's me.
Orangandir. Bring
Yeah.
the cavern down.
I'm still in my cat form.
Yep.
So I'm gonna pounce on that hook horror.
Yeah, I'll say you can do that.
This whole time I'm still on your back.
Oh my god.
I never agreed to this. Well, can I? Yeah. So can I move close enough to pounce?
Yeah, I'll say so.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pounce on this guy. He has to make a
Alright, when you
strength
get
save.
closer to him, you see that behind him, as your vision lets you see in the dark, you see there are 2 more hook horrors behind him.
Oh. Well, damn. You giving me a chance to rethink this?
Mm-hmm.
We need to run.
We need to get out.
I'm
You
gonna
see the ceiling shake. Oh, Jim is coming!
No.
I'm gonna roar in our direction, and I'm gonna start running back to the entrance.
Alright, yeah. You guys hear Rungandir mountain lion.
What does he say? What do
Run.
you say? Run?
Yeah.
Okay.
Run!
Alright.
So Torvi hears.
I repeat that.
Alright, you hear that now. Yep, also Karina.
Yep.
Next it is, all of you went, so Zoran is like, okay! And Zoran is going to begin flapping their wings and flying and running, doing combos of that. Asgrix sticks with you until you get to run, you and Karina. And the hook horrors begin moving closer. And the one that is getting closer to you is still getting ever closer, Karina, but isn't able to attack you. Same with the others. So,
Okay.
what do you all want to do?
Run.
Alright, you begin running.
I'm gonna take, cause how high up is the cliff?
20 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna take an can I make an acrobatics check to see if I can like jump off, land, and roll and keep running?
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
you can do so.
Okay.
Yes. With a planned fall, you can absolutely make an acrobatics check to try and not hurt yourself.
That is a
Surprise fall? No, I'm not allowing that.
24.
Yeah, no, you fucking do that. You jump and you do the tuck and roll,
Mm-hmm.
and you begin going. You land in some soft mushrooms that you saw below.
I'm signaling to Mala to come back to my shoulder, obviously.
Yeah, you just whistle. Mala flies down.
And I'm taking the rest of my movement. I'm going out, and I'm bonus action dashing. I'm getting the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Karina is
Ditto.
dashing alongside you guys very quickly. Arungandir in cat form is holding Zap. It has Zaprab riding on him, holding for dear life. Peepers is like, ah! And like bites onto like Zaprab's jacket and is like hanging on, like skiing on the side basically.
And
Zoran jumps onto Asgarx's back.
Yeah, I was gonna say 'cause
Yeah.
they're slow. They're slower than we are.
yeah.
Yep.
And I'll take.
Torby's running, so
I'll
yeah,
take
you
out
guys
the
are all
back.
booking it.
Rapier's out.
Following Torby's light, and then you.
No, she just said she's in the back.
Oh, you put him out. Okay.
No,
You put it out or no?
I keep it out.
You keep it out.
But
Okay.
she's-
Torby's
but
in
I-
the yeah.
but I'm
Torby's in the back. The hook horrors. It sounds like a lot of them are like following up.
Yep.
And you guys begin running and running and running. And now it's time for the second chase scene. Except this time, the horrors are the ones that have the complication. Yes! Two dwarves come out of a building. Oh no!
In the middle of the underground.
My cabbages!
My window!
Yep. Oh my god.
Does anyone have a flask of oil?
Can I put it in?
I don't know.
Sure.
Are there flasks of oil in the adventurer's kit?
Possibly.
Run!
Check
you
it for
fools.
battery.
How is the battery?
It's
Doing pretty good.
it's okay. Yeah.
2 hours.
Alright, cool.
I'm putting this
Yeah.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do to help avoid pursuit by the hook horrors?
I'm seeing if I have a flask of oil.
Alright, any spells you guys want to do?
If I have a flask of oil, I'm gonna smash it on the ground and firebolt it to light a bit of the ground on fire.
Behind us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna throw it at you and light you on fire.
Jesus.
So angry.
I'm waiting at the entrance for you guys.
I will prestidigitation it.
That can start fires.
Oh yeah. I thought she was saying to put out the fire.
Also, Druidcraft can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, burglar's pack. That has oil.
Do you have a burglar?
As a
What do you have?
How are you
Let me actually look.
It's what you took.
Druidcraft I
don't
got
think I
from
wrote down
Arcane
burglar's pack
Archer
on that.
and
Write down.
A rogue
Prestidigitation
gets
I got
either
from
a
Magic
burglar's
Initiate.
or a
Adventure pack.
You did not write it down. Damn it, Tyler. All you have down is climbing gear. And the
burglar's pack.
poison that you already used.
Yeah.
He just scraped poison off the ground after he...
I can get either a burglar's, a dungeoneer's, or an explorer's. And I've never used anything from any of them, so...
I will allow you to have a burglar's knife if you wish.
Yeah.
So you can throw the oil.
Hello?
I'm gonna.
That's your action, Torb.
That's me.
Yeah, you firebolt it. The hook horrors.
Yes. Hello.
They see the fire and they're like, ah, ah, ah. And if you all spoke hook horror,
Oh, thank you.
they'd be saying like, ah, the fire. Do
no,
not
thank
go
you.
in, but we must
too.
eat them. We must consume them.
Alright, we haven't eaten nothing
You
but
must.
maggoty bread for 3 stinking days.
Cool.
It's been a long time
It was
since
my
I ate
doctor.
fresh hook
Okay.
horror. What was that?
It was my doctor.
Okay.
So not fired yet. Or not hired yet.
It's been a long time since I ate fresh hook horror. Those were the days.
Wait, who was saying this?
My
I missed
bag.
The
it.
bag.
Oh, the bag.
The bag with no name.
I will give you a name. Do you want a name?
Don't
You know
dare name my bag. My bag.
I named Sigurd.
What?
In my country, they called me Danny DeVito.
I'm fine with that.
No, I'm fucking. That does
The
that.
trash man.
I'm the trash man.
I'm calling him the.
Oscar
the
the
trash
Grouch.
man.
I throw trash everywhere.
I come in there and I just throw
That's
trash in the
right.
ring. I just start picking up garbage and eating it.
Yeah, you guys are running. The hook horrors are waylaid by the fire.
Run, it's the trash man.
Okay.
And I need you all to make con checks, except for the ones who are not running, because they're not on foot. For this is a long way to run.
Nat 20, sir.
Like you needed it. Yeah.
Natural 19, so 21.
18.
Okay, yeah, no, you all are fucking fine. You're all booking it. You're all professional athletes.
Yeah.
So you all run like nobody's business, and these hook horrors can't be bothered to catch up with you.
Yeah.
And you come back to Emberhold. The entrance to Emberhold.
Just run up and on the door.
If only we had hands.
It's like, yeah, you see a small slit open up in the door. Who was that?
The group that just went.
What's the password?
Hook horrors are chasing us.
I'm joking. Do you have your return papers?
I would assume I was given.
I'm fucking with you. There's no return papers. Come on in, and they open the gate. Ah, this is a new card. This is a new card
Yeah.
with a sense of
Okay.
humor.
Okay.
As a hook horror comes around, grabs Torby and pulls her around the corner. You son of a bitch! You could have let us in sooner.
Yeah.
See the mountain lion walk.
That's not the password. Fuck you. There you go. Yeah, you guys come in. Gate comes down again. You're all inside.
Okay.
Oh, that was more.
Well, I think we should head back to home
Yeah, I would agree with that.
and hope that when we are better prepared, we can figure out what's going on.
Sounds good.
Wait a minute. I have an idea. I'm gonna head back to the dangling roper.
Okay, the dangly roper.
I'm gonna see if we can smuggle him out of the city without people knowing.
Zaphram?
Yeah, because it's clear that him and Peepers are the target. So I want to make sure people think he's still here. I don't want them to know that we've left the city,
All
or
right.
at least that he's left the city.
Alright, yeah, you guys go to the dangly roper.
If only I'd seen you lack.
Honestly, listen, I could hide him under a shirt or something.
Yeah.
No one would really...
That could also.
No, but the innkeeper would know we're leaving. Like, there's people that have seen us here.
You could grease some palm to say that, oh hey, we're leaving, but our gnome friend isn't. I mean, you know they're just gonna charge you an outrageous amount of gold, right?
Give me the giant ruby.
He doesn't know I have that.
I know, I'm joking.
Oh, you'd be surprised what he knows.
We'll give you a giant. They'll
I
Giant
know
Tuna.
Colonel Sanders. 11
Why would I
herbs and
want-
spices.
I need to secure transit for my friend there.
Aye, and what sort of transit would you be needing?
The kind that not many people know about.
Ah, I think we can work something out.
Good.
So just him?
Yes, just him.
The gazer.
Well, him and his companion, yes.
That's the dungeon master reminding you.
Yeah, I know.
They are two separate entities
Yeah.
under the law.
We will merge into one body.
Fusion!
Yes.
Let's
Zaphram.
fuse our powers, Peepers! And it's just like, it's just still Zaphram's body with Peepers' head.
And he speaks
No, it's
in
just Peepers sitting on top of his head.
I have
Except
an
they both speak in a very
idea.
rich British accent.
What if
Finally.
we did leave the city, but not the surrounding area, with Zafrab? But
If
then
you guys
we
are
went,
having this conversation in the dangly roper, it's like, we could sneak, he's small, we could sneak him out with some cabbages tomorrow. Or today.
That's what we were thinking.
Do
Okay.
they work?
How much though?
Not much. Here's a cabbage and I'll say 15 gold.
Okay. How far would you sneak him out?
We could get him out to the neighboring settlement.
Okay.
That's perfect.
It's just a food run.
That's perfect.
Alright, so to expedite this, as you guys are leaving, you guys all exit normally without Zafrab. Zafrab, you're taken with some dwarves. You hide in a pile of cabbages with Peepers. Peepers is trying to blend in.
As a cabbage.
As a
Yeah.
cabbage.
He's painted green.
Yeah.
I got some extra war paint. I just put some green in it. Paint him.
And after
Here you go, Peepers.
after
glares at you
after some
and
nice
you
little
see
travel
death in
time
his
that's
eyes.
not the greatest, not the most comfortable, but definitely the most concealed, and a little bit faster than your companions because you're on a cart. You emerge from the cabbages, scaring an old woman. Oh my goodness! It's like, sorry. Jump out and you meet up with your friends, and you guys can head back home now if you wish.
Yes.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
All right, you guys begin heading home.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead. We're good.
Okay.
Let's head home.
As I did
But-
on
Country road,
Yeah, let's head
take
home.
me home
to
Wait,
the place
I belong.
West Virginia,
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
So
All right.
when we get home,
You get home. When you get home, what?
is Ragnos and or a letter there?
I don't know. Where do you go?
I go
I
to
go
Ragno.
to my home first, and then I go to town to see if there's a letter.
I've gone off to meet the dragon,
Alright.
big boss.
I'm going to try to find the wild elf settlements to see if I can
Okay.
I'm going to my shop first.
get some attunement.
You knew by this point Mudfoot probably got in contact with Peruto.
Oh,
That
that's
was the
right.
thing. Just reminding you.
Why did we have him contact you? I don't remember.
Elf stuff. Moonblade stuff, I think, maybe. I don't know.
Cool.
Or you wanted to do what he does? I don't know. You had a reason.
I did have a reason. I don't remember what it was.
Alright. You go home. Ragnos is not there.
Okay, I go check to see if there's a letter.
Alright. You go to your shop. Everything's fine. Aurelia and your father have been keeping the joint safe and sound.
And then next I would... I don't do this often, but I'm going to go visit Mordenkainen.
Yay! So you go down the street to Mordenkainen's tower.
You might be the one person he actually allows in. Who knows?
Yeah.
What do you do? You're at the door.
There's like a crossbow just mounted there now.
I'm gonna knock on it. Mordenkainen, it's me, Zafrab.
What do you want?
Well, seems someone
Always a
tried to
delight.
steal my familiar, and I'm worried that they might try again. It seems that they're from the Guild of Xanathar.
The door flies open. What?
Yeah.
Bastard. He butted me out of my publisher.
Damn it. God damn it.
So you'll help us? Yes, fight away.
And
I had a good deal for a while there.
I shall have revenge.
I was wondering if you any information you're willing to tell me about him.
The Xanathar. Oh, come in, boy.
Alright.
You come into Mordenkainen's tower, which is large, and he has many bookcases, and he takes you to upstairs where he has his library. And he appears to have like a little bit of a Sherlock Holmes thing. He has like not encyclopedias. What are they? Kind of encyclopedias, but he just has his own of. Like, let's see, X. Xanathar. The Xanathar, well, I could have told you this. He's a crime lord. He runs things in Waterdeep. And, little known fact. Only learned this myself through the company I keep. He is a beholder.
Huh.
Yes.
That's quite interesting.
Yes.
Do you know why he would be trying to get Peepers?
I can't pretend to comprehend the mind of a beholder.
Alright.
I'm not even going to try.
Right. And do you have any way that
But if I had to take a wild guess, where exactly did you obtain Peepers?
in a cave nearby Nutwood while looking for materials for potions?
Gazers only spawn from other beholders.
Yeah,
You have
I
his
knew this out of
son?
character, but
I did too, but like,
I had the feeling that might have been the one from Xanathar's dreams, because that's kind of
You
how the
have one of
brothers-
his brood, dude.
It's a
Told you that
baby Xanathar.
Xanathar.
no, not
It all
technically.
makes sense
Peepers
now.
is a blue and orange gazer.
Yeah,
He has the same coloration.
it's not a baby Xanathar. It's a
It's-
different. It's a different
Yeah.
species.
It's baby Xanathar.
Yeah, beholders tend
no,
to
beholders
be.
are born full grown.
Yeah,
I
well,
know,
they're
but they're baby Xanathar. It's baby Xanathar. This is
No
Meg.
wonder
It's
he's
when
so
baby-
beholders
I
dream,
know.
sometimes they spawn a gazer.
It's okay. It's baby Xanathar.
Yes, please
We're not
go to the
shaking you up on
unknowing,
that.
not of this plane entity and talk like it's a child. That'll work out wonderfully for you.
It's baby Xanathar.
Xanathar's also evil.
I don't care.
So I'm gonna
I'm happy.
ask him. Do you know of any? I'm afraid that he might find out that I reside here in Nutwood, and come. He probably already actually knows that I reside here in Nutwood.
No, you'd be surprised. You're in a small town. I'm out here so people don't know where I am.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid
You'd
that.
be surprised what you can get away with. There's a dude down there who's wanted for murder, you know.
Ricky.
No. Nothing.
Well, I'm worried that he
Jim.
might find out, and so I was wondering if you could help me, perhaps make it less likely that someone could attack me in my own home.
For you, I will do this.
Thank you.
But you owe me.
All right.
You owe me a new mimic.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Mordenkainen will help you beef up home security.
Maybe you should go and buy or get Peepers fitted in some armor.
You laugh. It's not a bad idea.
I
I'm
know.
not opposed to the idea.
Yeah, I
Beholder
just imagine
chainmail?
people.
Yeah.
Little beholder helmet.
With like little holes in it.
It's just a helmet.
Yep.
Oh no. The smith in town is Ricky.
You have to talk to him.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I'll do a solid. I'll go ask.
I'll save you time. Ricky's shop is literally like across the street from Mordenkainen's tower. And you go over, you're like, oh, do I really have to? And then you see on the door, closed, off doing shit, off doing
Drinking.
adventure shit.
Great.
Great. The one time we actually need the blacksmith in this town to be a blacksmith. Yeah, it's almost empty though. He's not around. Completely unrelated note, Eric. I've been thinking up of getting proficiency in smith's tools.
Good, that'll take time to learn.
Not if I
We
get
were
the
talking
feat.
about this.
What if I get the skill
True.
feat?
Okay, Arungandir, you return to the bar, to
Yeah.
Tankies.
yeah, I'm crazy.
And surprisingly, Ricky is not in there.
Just touching you. Like,
Huh.
It's almost like they redecorated, honestly.
the whole room is cheerier.
There's a bar stool that has his ass imprint, and you're like, oh, okay, wow.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar.
Yep, and Surly, the bartender, is there.
Certainly.
So,
About that errand you had us run for.
yes. I presume things got taken care of?
Yes. Yes. About one of your orders. Can we talk in the back?
Sure. You guys go into the back room.
We were able to stop the trolls going there. There was a group of trolls into an influx of giants. They seem to be under the influence of a fire giant who's massing an army of them.
This is troubling.
Very. Also, there might be an involvement with a Xanathar guild or whatever they're called.
What?
Yeah. But petty thugs are not our concern. Am I right?
No, no. Not unless they're stepping on my turf.
Okay.
I'm joking. But no, I will want a full debriefing on the giants. Who is their king? What do they want?
We
You
sit
guys
down
will,
with the
yeah,
giants.
you guys will sit down and talk and discuss all the details.
All the deets.
Get all the deets. Torvi probably returns by that time
Yeah.
and fills in any blanks that Arungandir leaves.
Mm-hmm.
You tell him about King Snur and the other
Snur.
giants and whatnot. The war against humanity. And he informs you that, yeah, it does look like the giants have been raiding more. Like, they're encroaching on Stalheim, they're encroaching on the dwarves, they're encroaching on the elves a bit. Things aren't great, things aren't looking good.
What would you have us
And
do?
Stalheim?
Yes. Stalheim is a barrier against the giants heading further into these lands.
How bad is it in Stalheim?
Not too bad yet. But some farms and small towns have been raided.
We should probably go there.
Yes,
assume.
I would like to go there too. Any letters for me?
No, not at the moment. We have a small... Okay, wait.
There is one note. Dragonborn. Your Thum has scared many. I know of many places you can go to improve your Thum.
I have some things. I would wish you all to meet me in the basement tonight. so we may
Okay.
discuss further orders of business with the rest of the order.
Alright.
Sounds good to me.
Also, we have a small, in addition to going out and searching and dealing with business in Stolheim. We will talk about this more, but there's a diplomatic mission of sorts
Diplomacy.
that I think you will be so suited for.
Who? Me?
Your group, at the very least.
Well, it's a good thing. I don't think I'm very charismatic.
We will speak of it tonight with everyone, so I don't have to repeat myself.
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
What time?
How did people used to tell time back then without clocks?
When the moon is
Sunrise.
full.
After closing.
After closing.
After closing. Sounds reasonable
Is
to me.
Ragnar still out on his mission?
Yes, him and Rograk have not returned.
Is that unusual?
No, they're quite far up. They're pretty up. What was Surly's voice?
Surly's voice like this.
Surly's voice is like this, that's right. No, that's not unusual. They're pretty far up in the mountains.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, could you look at these?
I'm gonna show him my gauntlets and see if he.
I've seen them.
Yeah. Anything?
They're old. Ancient.
I've been trying to figure these out. I feel stronger when I wear them. But I don't know what they are. I've encountered an elk in the forest.
Love to have them in my hoard, but they are yours. They look powerful.
They feel powerful. And they look great. Thank you. I guess I'll order a drink.
Alright, come on. And you guys pass your time. Karina,
Mhm.
you head out to Old Mudputs.
Yes.
He's sitting there shooting the shit with Tarilo when you arrive.
Oh, good.
Go ahead.
Oh, good. Just the two people I was looking for.
Hey, girl! Yo.
Cerrito,
Yes.
I'd like your help with something.
Hmm?
I found, well, some of these, but this is the one that's been talking to me, and I'm going to show him the Moonblade.
My gods. Never thought I'd see another one of these again.
I have a few.
How many?
I think you said 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I have 3 counting this one.
May I? He holds his hand out.
Absolutely.
And he kind of like looks it over, swings it a few times slowly, and hands it back to you. With the look of someone who really appreciates a fine sword.
Yeah.
I mean, he would be a good one to hand off.
I'm opening my cloak and I'm handing him one of the other ones. Here.
And he's flabbergasted. He doesn't know what to say.
I was commissioned to bring them out of the Feywild and give them to people who deserve them. And you're a defender of Elvenkind, so I'm pretty sure the sword will find you worthy. Unfortunately, I have to find a shrine to elven power, basically. Do you know where I can find one?
I do. I can do the ceremony for you.
I would very much appreciate that.
I mean, he better. I mean, you gave him a weapon of legend.
Oh yeah, I gave Chirilo a Moonblade.
Oh,
I mean, you should clean your shoes at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He should clean your shoes at this point.
Or, give me his boots of Elvenkind.
Yeah. Oh.
Ichiro.
I'm going to. I need to, see if I can find a place where I can get them.
Or make them.
I'm saying from now on, just because it's like I didn't like the feel of it, but I was okay with it because a year passed. Y'all want to create more magic items? You actually gotta go on quest to get
Yeah.
specific ingredients from now
Yeah,
on.
no, I agree.
Yeah.
With
Do I have a dragon's heart in the back? I'm joking.
No. The old team had one for a little bit, carrying around a dragon's heart. That was a thing that happened.
Oh, and then Vilmern ate it,
He's
didn't he?
eating it, yeah.
I've got like an hour and 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Okay.
We will finish up.
Okay.
But yeah, old Muffet's like, yeah, Torilo's real good. Torilo's real good with that Elven stuff. He used to. Back in the old days, like, no, but like, sorry. That's, no, he was a great leader among elves.
Is that so?
Yes.
Wow.
It's like, don't be shy about it. Embrace it. Things didn't end well. Hmm?
Nothing.
Okay, nothing then, I guess.
Okay.
I'm just crossing lines
Yeah.
of games.
Because Torilo is a dusk elf. Where did you find these swords?
In the ruins of an elven city in the Feywild.
You had the name, but I don't remember it. And it's weird.
I may have actually written it down.
I wrote it down, but I need to find that.
Banana
Saraltakar.
City.
Saraltakar.
Saraltakar.
It's Saraltakar.
Yeah. It was Saraltakar.
His eyes widen at that. So that's 4 twins.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, Meg.
Sorry, it just really wanted to come out.
What do you mean that's where it went? Do you know of it?
I was born there.
Really? Has it not always been in the Feywild?
No. Come. Sit, I'll tell you a tale. He's like, ooh, old Mudfoot puts his feet up by the fire. It's like, story time. Long ago, my people, the Dusk Elves, lived in these woods. We were not like the other peoples here, though. We didn't live in the treetops as the Wild Elves do. We built homes of stone and sometimes wood. And our king had ambitions towards becoming a larger empire. I didn't always agree with everything, but I was a member of the Royal Guard, and eventually a leader of the Royal Guard. I've bestowed moonblades on people before. Not many. The place you got them from was probably the place I did it. Such things.
They were in the armory, I believe.
Yeah. Then, about more than 400 years ago, things started going to shit. A conqueror swept across these lands, subjugating people left and right. Across the entire continent, you may have heard. Stradvon's Erebridge. The Dragonborn of Hasta. But you've heard it. All the little towns in the forests. Even some dragons fell to him. And then he turned his eyes up north.
Would one of the dragons happen to have been silver?
I think once, long ago, there was an order of knights called the Order of the Silver Dragon. But I don't know what happened to them.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
By that point, our king had died and a prince had risen up.
Thank you.
He wasn't the greatest prince, he wasn't the smartest, he wasn't the greatest person. But he was in charge. And we might have even had a chance of standing up to him, to Strahd. If not for a traitor in our own midst. One who did not bow down to our prince. Who was banished from the court. One who I called brother, and was a member of the guard himself. He betrayed us. He went to Strahd's side. Told them everything he knew of us. And thus their armies ravaged us. Overran us. Now I don't know how many of us are left. I haven't seen another Duskull in these parts for a long time. So I do what I can. I protect these forests and I look. And I try to avoid the hubris that led to our downfall. These swords were meant to be given to protect Elvenkind. But in the last couple of years, they were not finding people worthy. I hope this changes.
I do as well. The upside is there's plenty of things to defend Elvenkind from now.
Giants.
More than that. But yes, giants are one of them.
Well, when that bow is complete, come find me again. I'll be sticking around at old Mudfoot's place.
I'll know when it's complete.
You'll know.
Understood.
Honestly, I never had one of those things myself. Might change color or ding, I'm not sure. Keep an eye out.
Will do. I'm gonna head back to town.
Yep, you do.
It just goes ding.
Yeah,
like
it's
when
like an oven.
yeah,
like
when the oven goes off.
It's like a buzzer.
Like
You gotta like twist the handle a little bit.
like you're trying to stealth and you shoot somebody from stealth and then it goes
The
ding.
entire encampment.
Yep.
Oh shit. It happens during against the giants. Like
Yeah.
20 giants start looking at you. So. Fuck!
Yep.
Yeah, so you head back to town, and you all convene in the basement of Tanky's after closing.
Yes.
I'm speeding things up because Meg needs to go.
Not right away.
Eventually. Arental resumes his dragon form below, which is a bit hunched down here, a little bit. There's enough space for him. Greetings. I bring this meeting to order. Not all of us are here. Some are still out scouting. Some have returned from a mission successful. Tarilo is there, Kroomsh is there. Halali, Ragnos, and Rograk are all missing, absent. I don't remember. Gillis is there. Yeah. So, we have a few orders of business to get to. The first order of business is what we have learned as our team returns from Emberhold. The giants are gathering under King Snur, a fire giant. Among them other giants. We are gathering more information as we go, but we are having giant incursions into Stalheim, Emberhold, and no doubt eventually they will strike the woods, or at least try to go through it.
Well,
This
they've already
area
been
doesn't
here
have
before.
cities, thankfully.
They've already been here before.
They have, under Nostra,
Yes.
the hill giant chief.
And that is the one we need to take out first.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm laying out a plan. It will be quite a journey, but I think we will strategically strike at these different giants.
It is.
We
a
will
good
start
thing.
with Nosner, the hill giant, and his steading. Then we must find Grugner of the frost giants. We don't know where his glacial rift is, but we will find it. It will take some time, but we will find it. And then we must find the hall of this fire giant king, Snore Ironbelly. As past that, their lower allies, we know they are trying to gather other giant troops and other such beings. The trolls are for the most part in disarray. Now that you've removed their prince, they don't have much leadership. And I imagine we can have some... They can be taken care of without too much trouble.
Courtesy of the dwarves.
Second order of business. I have been thinking into forming a more cohesive order. One where we actually know who is in charge of what. And so I have formulated a power structure. The Lord of the Order, which shall be myself, is this agreeable?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 masters or mistresses to hold power over the rest of the order, answerable to the Lord of the Order, but to each have their own position, and should things come to voting, there will be 7 of us. A council. Is this agreeable?
Yes.
I agree.
One is the Master of Arrows. This shall be the person in charge of sending people out on missions, of devising who is the right person for the job, and of training people, training members of our order, newer members, as well as recruiting new members. They are the one who decides who is up to the task. Then a Master of Shields, who will be in charge of protection, protecting the home, training town militias, and such. The Master of Eyes, to scout these places, to scout out our lands.
The other Andy's character, who had the huge fucking shield.
The tower shield.
Yeah.
The Master of Eyes shall be in charge of the scouts, or as Rograk has come to call it, the Long Walkers. Next, a Master of Mysticism, to be in charge of magical situations, advice, and other such magical subjects. Magical shit, yes. Next, Master of Craft. When we expand our order, we will need blacksmiths and stonemasons to make ourselves proper base. Ricky's not a part of this order. No, he's not bringing up Ricky. Ricky isn't in this series. I don't exactly have a candidate for that one, but for the others I do. And finally, Master of Hearth. Someone to help people back on their feet when they return to missions. When we have an actual base, this would be the person in charge of the cooks and the staff and all that. Be the person in charge of provisions and such. It would seem less important, but it is just as important to make sure that our warriors are well fed and have warm beds. For the Master of Shields, I have 2 nominations. Gillis Torre, head of the town militia, and Arongandir. What say you? I want your opinions on this.
Well, I don't really know Gillis Torre that much, but I've known Iragandir for about a year, and he seems like a very capable warrior.
Arangandir is the Long Fang. He is, by name, a protector.
I have not lived in this village, and I do not know its people.
You bring an outside perspective. I think it might be useful.
You protect your people as well as you could protect others.
This position is not only... Ah, that's the wrong voice. This position is not only to train the militias and guards of this town, but others like it that will struggle to survive out here, and to protect all of the woods as a whole.
What say you?
I'm gonna gesture to the militia.
To Gillistore. Well, that's a lot of responsibility, but I'd be up to it. But then I got a lot of work here. And my missus would be pretty pissed off if I was away from home for too long. I can take it or leave it.
To a vote, then.
Alright. All in favor of Arungandir?
Aye.
I
Who else is here? Chirilo and... Is it just Chirilo? We'll say Mordenkainen is there. Everyone looks to Mordenkainen, he's like, I'm not fucking voting.
I'm staying.
Figure this shit out. Amongst yourselves. Chirilo, your friend, does also vote you. It is decided then. Arungandir is master of shields.
I take this burden.
Master of mysticism. I know Mordenkainen does not want to go beyond advisor status. Damn right. Zafran,
Yes.
can you recommend somebody? Master Peepers, do you accept this burden?
He has like a long robe.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
looks like he's
They give him a little wizard robe that has stars and moons on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, fuck with you. It's like, Zafran, would you do us this honor of being the master of mysticism?
I will accept.
This responsibility does include, when the time comes, training others in the way of magic.
Alright.
Next, Master of Hearth. The only candidate I can think of for this is our own Crooch.
Yeah.
It's like, what? It's like, you make the finest baked goods in the village. You know
I
how
love your pies.
you know all about cooking. You know all about keeping things comfortable. God damn that! I would be honored if you would accept this position. I don't know anything about keeping large group. I mean, I was a chief and stuff, but that's a lot. Wow. For now, well, it's not big, but eventually you should probably put someone else in charge. But I guess I'll do it for now, yeah. That is agreeable. Master of Eyes. I had three candidates, really. But one is not here. One is Rograk, the half-orc, who is currently out scouting. The others are Chirilo and Karina. Both of you are able scouts, and this position would put you in charge of the other scouts, to at least decide who goes out and scouts where. I'm not going to lie, it also involves a certain amount of subterfuge and creating contacts, as well as knowing the land. What say you? You both know these things well.
Honestly, if you sent old Jim out for a while, I wouldn't mind. Couple of months, couple of years.
Old Jim is not a member of this order.
Would do him good.
We can bring him in if you really want.
It would do me good.
All for bringing old Jim to the Order of Silver Arrows.
I. No, I don't say that. I don't say that. I just stay silent. Well,
Anyone? Anyone have something to say?
what?
A
On
lot of responsibility.
Karina and Torilo's behalf? Oh, yeah, no, I do. I say, well, I believe that Karina has the potential to take this position in directions that no one else can.
Torilo speaks up and says, "You should make Karina the mistress of ice."
You're selling yourself short.
I don't really. I'm pretty happy with the current level of responsibilities I have. If you want it, take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And finally, Master of Arrows, who shall train the silver knights that will rise hereafter, and who shall be in charge of training our new members of our order. Peepers.
Yes.
Who the fuck else is in this country? Okay. The rest of you have accepted the rank of master. So you cannot be master of two things. This is how I'm setting out the rules, so that there's never an imbalance of power. We have Gillis Torre, Ragnos, and Torvi for the Master of Arrows. What say you?
Gillis has the ability to be, as of right now, a better recruiter, but I don't think there's anyone here who can train better than Tori.
Dorothy fights well.
Yes, she does.
This I can say on your behalf.
Yes, and she has had actual military training.
What say you, Dorothy?
I say, I know many people who
I
would
like
be
Gosberg.
good at this position, in this position. And I respect the decision that you make. If I am given this position, I will do everything I can to be a good leader and to make the right decisions. And I have a few people in mind.
It is decided. You are Torvi, Mistress of Arrows. We will find a master of crafts eventually. We need someone who knows how to make things, how to make weapons. Or do. Someone who can be in charge of that. Keep an eye out. But for now, that business is adjourned. And we are the Council of the Order of Silver Arrows. Not that the rest of you don't have saves. Next up, how much more time do you have?
It's 4:45.
I have until 6.
Oh, we're good then.
Okay, so you have time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, until like 5:45ish.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, yeah, cool.
We're
There is
about-
one more order of business. Well, two, but this one is slightly lower things. Orangandir, you would know of this. There is going to be a commotion in the woods for a little while, as there is a great event that I believe that happens only once every 20 years. The nomadic Goliath tribes and centaur herds converge for once every 20 years
Noisy
near the Fearbolt.
bunch. The Goliaths always try and arm wrestle our people. The
Yes,
centaurs challenge us to duels. Rowdy bunch.
yes. So do not be alarmed at massive groups of movement of such, as the Goliaths come down to trade with the Fearbolgs every once in a while, and the centaurs have their migratory pattern bring them around here. But they don't usually meet up. But once every 20 years, they do. And it comes together in a great event known as the Great Swapping Meet
Yes.
at near the Fearbold village.
Yes.
I believe it will be in 2 days.
It
I've
is.
seen the centaurs.
Right by the Valley of the Gold in West.
That is a minor thing, but it is worth noting so no one is surprised.
Hmm.
If you
Don't
want to
insult a centaur.
Yeah.
They're very haughty.
If you want to do trade with centaurs or Goliaths, now would be the time. I don't know what they have to offer.
I myself am going. Just to make sure they don't cause any trouble.
The second order of business is one more related to our first. I was notified by the Fearbolg while you were all out. News of the giants waging war on humanity has reached some quite high up here. There are two beings who wish to speak to you. Us. Their names are Dramar and Naressa, and they are cloud giants.
Well, I take it they're not down here.
No. They say they will meet you on the high seat of Mount Wultar.
Do I know this place?
It is on top of the mountain where you fought the Bullet.
No, I know this place. I will guide you.
Alright.
When? When will they meet us?
They will be waiting for you there.
How long are the rest of the scouts out for? You know?
Could be 2 weeks, could be one. They should
Who's
be
the
back
closest?
soon.
Who's the closest?
Most likely Ragnos. Although the mountains are treacherous.
Yes, one thing.
And if stealth is necessary, it could take him longer.
Meeting adjourned then.
If he's not back within 2 weeks' time, I will search for him myself.
Thank you.
Meeting adjourned.
I'm gonna go off to my village and help them prepare for,
Yeah, you start
And
setting up the
swapping
tarps and
meat.
stuff.
yeah, the swapping meat.
The great swapping meet.
Flick it.
I see my uncle is setting up a stand for food.
How is Mala's flying coming along?
She's getting a lot better.
Okay.
She seems to be taking tips from Zoran. We'll say that's what they were doing outside while you guys were having a meeting. Because Zoran is not allowed in and doesn't know about all this stuff exactly.
Yeah.
Spertifix and Zorans are not members yet.
Nope.
But you can recruit them.
I assume I told the dragon about the two new people.
What two new people? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can tell them about Zoran and Spertifix.
I assume I did.
Yeah, no, that would be
Yeah.
in the do. Yeah. Plus, they are strange creatures who aren't usually seen about. They don't look like anyone else in the village. They're kind of noticeable, so you would get some questions asked about them.
But anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to go talk to.
And I am going to go and speak with my mother for the rest of the night and talk about things.
Yeah,
Druid stuff.
Druid stuff.
I'm gonna go talk to Dragon.
And say, well, something I would like to speak to you about.
Yes.
And so, were you told about all that happened in Emberhold?
Yes, the Xanathar.
Yes. Do you know much about Xanathar?
I do not.
Well, I was talking to Warrenkind about it, and turns out that Xanathar is a beholder. And I guess we have reason to suspect that perhaps Peepers came from him.
Ah.
And so I just figured that it would be a good idea to let you know, so that...
We will keep an
Yeah.
eye out to defend your home
Thank you.
and your Peepers.
Thank you.
Mordenkainen is still there. He's like, honestly, if we just wait him out, he might dream up a new Xanathar, and then that one will kill the old one.
They can do that.
That's all they do.
Oh my god.
That's where beholders come from, boys and girls. Just wait it out for 20 years. Till Xanathar has a dream. He dreams up a new Xanathar. It's killed. New Xanathar.
Then Peepers is safe?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
The beholders clone themselves and kill themselves.
Basically, yeah. It's really weird. I don't know how they get more. Like, it's just a constant population that gets whittled down by adventurers.
Yeah.
I guess they do come from the far realm. They come from space.
They all hate each other. They all think of themselves as the paragon of their own species.
They all think they're so fucking cool. Alright, next day. You guys get your rests in, you emerge. Everything is a big hubbub in the Fearbold village. People are setting up what they're gonna trade for the great swapping meet.
My last remaining bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your people, your family has the boulette bowls. What didn't go into making a suit of plate mail and other stuff.
Did Cirilla go back to Mudfoot's place, or is he still in that wood?
He's hanging out at Mudfoot's. He's helping Mudfoot set up his own stand.
Right.
Mudfoot is selling all kinds of fun dried jerky and whatnot.
I'm gonna swing by Arntal really quick.
Yep.
Do you mind if we speak in the back really quick?
Alright. What you want?
I assume the name Strod von Zarovich means something to you. I figured as much.
It does.
Can you tell me where his conquest ended?
In the valley of Barovia. It was around here somewhere, but I haven't seen it in a long time. It just disappeared.
About how long ago did he come through?
420, 400. I don't fully recall. I was quite young at the time. I was but a hatchling. But about 400 years ago.
Okay.
Humans don't live long, so I don't think he's a concern anymore.
I'm gonna go hunting.
He's human, yeah?
He was a human, yes. A human conqueror.
What was his view on elves?
He was fine with the ones that bowed down to him. That was his opinion on most things.
Like mine.
Thank you, Arntal. I didn't mean to take up too much of your time.
No problem.
I'm gonna walk out into the woods.
Alright, yeah,
Not-
you head out.
Not near any of that. I'm just
You guys gonna go meet the giants at some point today?
Yeah, let's do
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I
that's
thought
right.
we were gonna.
Yeah, okay.
We're
Yeah.
swapping meters until tomorrow.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
fine. I have it
Right.
set up.
Okay.
Follow me.
Yeah.
Where are you
Yeah.
going? Mudfoot says.
I'm off to go meet a giant.
The entire village.
Yeah.
No, there's just
Yeah,
a
whatever.
lake.
Yeah.
Guys, there are spittoons laid out literally everywhere. Not on the floor.
We made boulette shell spittoons.
Wow, we got a lot of use out of that boulette, I would tell you.
All right.
How far is the mountain in relation to the Ghostwise village?
It's in Fearwolf territory. It's closer.
All you have to do is run, and we can get there in about 4 hours.
You guys begin hanging up. Do you want to take Zoran and Spiritifex with you?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
So
I
they at
will
least
take-
know what happened.
Yeah.
Shake the thing. Show me how much battery. Tell me how much battery's left.
Like half.
Okay, cool.
Run with me.
So you guys begin heading through the forest. You're not slowed down because Karina's a forest ranger
Yeah.
most of the journey. And then you get to the Mount Wultar, the mountain where you fought the Boulette. You can show them the hole and everything if you really want to.
You see that?
You did that,
Well, the boulette did that.
but you killed the thing that did that.
Yes, I did. And
High
that's part of it.
five.
Thank you. I guess.
I
It
have
is
to like
hunting.
jump really high to do it too.
So this is what I killed him. That's about it. He showed
Alright.
up and we fought and I killed it, and that's all.
All right, let's head up.
The giant should be further up this way.
Yep. You guys begin climbing the mountain, and I'm not. I'll say you guys no athletics checks or anything like. But it's a hard to climb. So you're going up the mountain. Some parts you can walk. Sometimes it's like kind of steep. But it's just an epic, like cinematic view, like sky helicopter shot.
Yeah.
As you guys are like Lord of the Rings style, like going up this mountain. And then you reach the top, the high seat of Mount Wultar. It is a gigantic stone-carved chair, fit for a storm giant.
Mm.
Currently, in front of it, and it looks like you can see from on that seat, if you were up there, you could pretty much see like most of the woods, the bird's eye view.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And you see lounging in front, not on the chair, but in front on the steps in front of it, you see two giants with light bluish skin. A male and a female. They are, how tall are these fuckers? How tall are they? They are about 24 feet tall.
Wait.
The female there's a male and a female. The female she's sitting down in a kind of lazy, relaxed posture.
Mm-hmm.
She has kind of bluish white hair. And she just seems like she's relaxed and having a good time. And the male is kind of hunched forward with his hands clasped together. He doesn't look nearly as relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
And he has short, just kind of bluish hair with less white in it. And they are wearing very fine clothes, very, very noble clothes. And they have two lions with them. And I'm not talking like mountain lions, like these are actual like African lions. Also a male and a female, like a lioness and then a lion with a mane, that is the regular lion. You've never seen these before, because these aren't native to these parts.
I'm gonna
And-
record that so I can turn it to it later.
Okay, yeah, you're keeping an eye of that. And the female giant is basically treating these lions, these big old cats, basically like house cats.
Yeah.
And so she has one, she's holding it like Jordan holds Tyler's cats.
Wow.
Scrooshes its head.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Hello.
Greetings.
I'm gonna say it in giant as I walk up to them.
Greetings, he said. How do you say? Elsingal. That's how you say it in giant? Yes.
Elsingal.
Els.
And I do the furbolg honoring, kind of like bow.
Yep. Alright, yeah. So yeah, you bow, you give greetings. Like, greetings, small friends. I presume not all of you speak my language.
No.
I do.
Sorry.
Then I shall speak yours, to make this simpler.
Thank you.
Actually, I don't speak common as well. Shut up, Spirit of Success.
You wish to see us, O mighty ones?
Ricky appears. A wild Ricky appears.
And I just
Dun 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 dun
Just hold person on him.
dun dun. You just push him off.
Yeah. He's the Steve of this campaign.
Uh,
Every time we see him, he just dies.
okay.
His head
Yeah.
ripped
So you
off.
guys, they greet you. I am Dramar. This is Naressa. And he gestures to his female companion.
Honored.
Pleasure to meet you.
Might we know your names?
My name is Arangandi. Though it is a given name. Or you may call me Longfang.
I'm Torvi.
I am Zafrab.
You can call me Karina.
I'm Zoran. You're hot. Says to the female giant.
They would crush you.
I would love that.
That was wow. That was just real.
Yeah.
It's so accurate.
And Spirit Fix. I come to speak with you about my wayward cousins.
Yes.
As you no doubt know, they have begun waging war.
Yes.
They will take slaves, take loot, take metal, take whatever they please, as they see fit.
Yes. We have encountered the
We've encountered hill giants under
Nosner.
Nosner.
Yes, we have slain a few hill giants, and we have discovered from the trolls that there is a...
You say trolls and he's like,
yes.
I smile.
And we have also seen the destruction they can cause.
This iron belly needs to be stopped.
in that we are in agreement. She says that softly, but it's still a big booming voice.
Yeah.
We wish to help you put an end to this. I do not like these raiding practices. I do not like that these people have to die. I don't see why everyone can't simply live in peace.
Peace. Would there be a day when we could all be so? But that will never happen.
I also wish them stopped. And though I might not care for their raiding practices, I don't condone it, but I don't intend to put a stop to it myself. But I have my reasons, and I have no problem in giving you information and advice and help. Is this agreeable?
It is.
Yes.
In return, I ask very few things. I think you will find it agreeable. I will give you information regardless. Whether you choose to act on it is your own decision. I campaigned with Snur and the others when they went out on their boats to other lands, like Zamaka and Morakland. You know these places to be different lands in the world. Zamaka is basically to clear up where, like, oh, that kind of makes sense, where the lions came from. It's sort of like Fantasy Africa as far as, like, wildlife and terrain.
So,
Like
Tumahor is there?
New.
Oh,
That was desert.
Okay.
That was a different desert. That's
got it.
Snor and Nosdra campaigned in several places. They took a lot of loot. Treasures, weapons. They even took some magical items from protectors and fine warriors that sought to fight against them. I went there not as one of their soldiers, but with some other of my own kind. And we observed, we made deals. It is something I have moved past, but I do not like those raven bastards. No. They are scummy. So what I can tell you is that they have some creatures in their lairs that you would not find in these lands, or in the lands up north where they reside. Some, you won't find any lions there, but you'll find some other strange things. Apes and such that do not exist in these lands.
Apes.
And monsters. You will find treasures that no doubt you would wish for yourselves, taken from human and elven heroes. Take them. Search their armories high and wide. But I come bearing news of a gift, of an item far more powerful than the others. Are any of you familiar with the story of Phalion and his sword Waith?
I do.
Would I?
History check, yeah.
Yes. Torvi does not need to make one, but the rest of you can.
19.
Natural 20 from here.
God damn, Jonathan.
Of course.
That's gonna be 21.
You all know about this story because it's a pretty common story around here. It is part of the folklore. It's several hundred years ago, before Stalheim was a city and nation. The giants kept many humans as slaves up north. A lot of the peoples were subjugated. Eventually, one day, a human boy escaped. His name was Phalion. He escaped because he was small and he was very stealthy. And he'd escaped from the giants, his family had been killed, and he was eventually found in the mountains by a party of dwarves from Emberhold, who were going on a quest to reclaim their stolen kin. They were unsuccessful, but they found the boy, and the king of the dwarves took him in as their own. Phalion was raised by the dwarves, but he couldn't help that he was one of the Hakami people. And he wanted to go back and free his people. His dwarven king father, knowing that his boy would leave soon, wanted to send him out with a dwarven army and a weapon that surpassed any others. So, the king of the dwarves forged a weapon for his adopted son. A weapon forged of precious metals and gemstones. A sword unlike any other, carved with dwarvish runes to instill it with magic, and then at the end coated with the diamond dust. And at the end, he had made a weapon more powerful than any other dwarf king had made. Its name was Waith. And it was made to kill giants. It was cooled from the forge by the words of a priest of Moradin, blessing it. And Falion returned at the head of an army and freed his people and bring them down south, and he became the first king of Stalheim. The sword was lost in giant wars many years later, hundreds of years later, as the original heirs of Falion died out. But the sword remained and was taken by giants. And with that it got lost. No one knows what happened to it. There are also tales of Falion keeping it hidden as a spell scroll on his back, as the scabbard had illusion magic on it. And it seemed to have all kinds of powers, but it changes, so you don't know what's true and what's myth and legend. These things get buffed up over time. So you've all heard of Waith, and that is the story of Waith and Falion.
The giant's foe hammer.
Sword.
Yes, I know. It's called the foe hammer. What my people called it anyway. My grandfather used to wave a stick around and say he would hit me with one. What do you want with this?
I don't want it. I'm telling you. Chief Nosnra is expecting a guest soon. A cloud giant like myself. But he is a mob. I suspect him to have killed my brother when we were overseas.
So that is it then.
He got away with it. I do not like this giant. And I would not be opposed if he met an end.
Said his name was Hamog.
No, he is Mog, which you know is a giant term for dishonorable. His name is Gurdon.
Gurdon.
And he possesses Waith.
He possesses. Where is he going?
He is going to meet with Nosnra.
Yeah, but where is Nos?
Nosnra's steady. Up in the mountains of Hakon.
Where in the
Just
mountains?
to the northeast, I believe.
Just to the north.
In the wide open plains. I could give you more specific directions, but it'll take time if I can get that myself.
Okay.
My people have always hated wicked giants. We will do their service for you gladly.
Yes. I tell you this, for it is easy to hide Waith with its illusion, with its scabbard. And also, him losing that treasure would lower his status. If you kill him, that's fine. If you rob him, I'm not opposed to either option.
Would you like?
I want my brother avenged.
I see.
Karina,
Yes.
if we find Waith, how would you like a giant slayer rapier?
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Ha! Competition. See if I don't grab it first.
I assume it's a sword I can't use anyway. So I'll take the rapier, yeah.
It's the sword of my people.
It is a great sword. From the legends.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be. So, I guess let me see. But, I mean, unless
No?
you want to hold a great sword.
I think Zafrab
I
can
know,
rock a
but-
great sword.
What?
I like the idea of Zafrab pulling a taco, and it's like, yeah, I'm not even gonna use it. This is for the prestige.
I mean,
Your buddy Mac.
I
is
meant no
gonna use it.
offense to you.
Well-
I was just
Or do you want to
simply
keep doing
boasting.
your whole 2 rapiers thing?
You cannot dual wield with great sword.
Yeah.
I know.
It's more symbolic if she has it.
Or it can be put to use.
When the time comes, you may make the decision. But first we must find this giant.
Yes.
We are putting the proverbial horse before the cart.
Yes. We are.
Let us kill this hill giant first.
Right.
Then we shall continue our quest until finally we make this large decision.
You have time. He will not arrive at Nosnra's steading for some time.
Good.
But he will, eventually. He has been invited, as have many. The giants seek allies in this war. They have asked the trolls, but trolls are not particularly worthy of their attention.
Well, they're also, they're
trolls
also down
weren't.
leadership, so
They weren't exactly asked. They were more beaten and told to fight humans.
What else should we be expecting? Wizards?
You will not most likely run into any wizards. Wizardry is not common among my people. It is not Mot nor Mag. But it takes time.
it's neither honorable nor dishonorable.
It takes time. Time that we choose to spend doing other things. If you do find magic, it will be in the form of rune magic. That my people, my cousins do.
Rune magic.
Rune magic like this. And take out my stone.
Yeah, you take out the stone.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. She has a stone that has a rune on it, because Torvi was going to go into rune, multi-class into a rune thing for a while, but then decided against it. So now she has this item that she's not attuned to anymore.
Yeah.
That we're going to work out what happens to it.
Odd.
Which brings me to another thing. Some of the allies they seek are stone giants. They are normally content to do well enough on their own, but they seek them as builders and excavators and carvers. So there will be a few lying around, also as ambassadors, to attempt to see if joining in their war is worth their time.
We should send an embassy of our own there. An envoy.
I was going to say,
I can get that taken care of.
To where? I'm sorry.
if you wish to speak to the stone giant tribe,
Oh, to the stone.
the tribe of... where the fuck did I put it? There is a tribe of the stone giants, not too far from here. A day's walk, led by Chief Krakator. If you present them with a gift,
Spell that for me, please.
Krakatorm, Krakkatorm.
Thank you.
If you present them with a gift, such as the stone you have shown me, or something else of worthiness, to allow speech, you may talk to them, and they will let you pass and speak to their chief perhaps. That, I believe, would be a great gift, but if you are not willing to part with it, there are other things you can do.
I believe it is time that I part with it.
At that point, one of the lions goes up to Zora and is sniffing it and is gonna look like it's ready to pounce, and the giantess is like, Lula, no! No, not food. Not food. She picks up the lion.
Your name? Lady Giant.
Neressa, you know her name.
Vanessa, yeah.
It's like doing the big cat grumble.
Yeah. Thank you.
May
I
we
suggest
all
you
meet
speak
again.
to them and convince them it's in their best efforts to at least wait and watch, if not stay out of things entirely. It would be in their best interests. You understand, we cannot directly interfere. To fight against and kill other giants would not be the thing to do. It is not proper for us.
I understand.
But to place a bet on you and give you this information, this is acceptable.
Then we shall go.
Yes.
And he gives you directions to the stone giants.
And we head there, I guess.
And he gives you some more advice. I also give you this. And he gives you a map of Hakam, the land of giants. It's not incredibly detailed, but it tells you where the glacial rift is, of Grogna, the frost giant Yaren, the steading of Chief Nosnra, the hill giant chief, and the hall of Snore Ironbelly, king of fire giants. If you wish to ask any questions of us, now is the time.
Do these giant chiefs have any sickness, weakness, or enemies?
Sickness? No. Weakness? Frost giants are not fond of fire, but they're not particularly vulnerable to it. They are proud and strong warriors. And they carry arms and weapons fit of their station. They are not weak, far from it. They will be stronger than the other giants you encounter.
And fire giant ilk?
What about them?
What are they like?
Much stronger than hill giants. Bigger, angrier. And they are immune to fire, if that wasn't clear. So watch yourselves around them. They are much crueler. And you don't want to fight someone who can hurl a mass of molten lava at you.
I thank you.
They make their home in the volcano.
In due time.
How bad are things in Stalheim?
Things in Stalheim aren't too bad, but villages have been fucked up.
It's the hill giants mostly, right?
Some frost.
We're not ready to handle frost giants.
No, but we should go to these stone giants.
Yes, we should.
Farewell. May we meet you again.
So no more questions for the giants? Alright.
I'm gonna wait for these three to leave.
Alright. You wait till they leave.
Do you have much knowledge on the conquests of Strodvan Zarovich?
You have a face like you're gonna ask something.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. How long do cloud giants live? It's in Boros. I know he
is right
raged.
there.
Huh?
Boaz is right there.
I know it's right there. I know he raged across this land like an angry tidal wave. What else?
Just curious, that's all. Thank you. Catch up to that.
Alright. Yeah, so you guys start heading towards the stone giants. How much time you got left, Meg?
About 15 minutes.
Okay. I think that's a good point to wrap up.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys have spoken to giants, you've learned more about your enemy. You've learned a little bit about where to go.
And how to run away from hook horrors.
And you've learned there is an artifact of immense power named Waith.
Sweet.
Karina is one step closer to attuning to the Moonblade.
Yeah. Although I wish I didn't find out that way. Where did we say I was from?
We never established it, but we can do that now.
Have we paused? Have we stopped the...
Yeah. Oh yeah. So bye bye everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.